How dare he?
I'm glad I didn't start with that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Ian. Hi.
Hello.
Hello?
Mm,
Hello, Internet. Welcome
sorry.
to another thing of this.
Hello?
Hello,
It's
Internet. Welcome
me.
back to Game Theory.
God.
Is it me you're looking for?
Sorry, Internet, I'm sorry, I'm taking a final bite of my dinner. Then I'm gonna put it away.
What are you for dinner?
Ah, no, my cup. No.
Didn't sound like a cup falling. It just sounded like you smashing a fucking plate against the wall.
My cup.
Your cup
That
runneth
sounds like
What
over.
do
when he
you
was
have
done with
for
his dinner,
dinner?
he just threw it.
Yeah?
How dare you
Yeet!
both? How dare you?
Bitch said yeet.
This bitch empty. Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeet.
As they say, Jesus is with us all.
It's yeet for distance, Kobe for accuracy.
I'm gonna take a long, slow sip of my iced tea on that one.
Austin, I know what you're talking about.
And Yogi for a delightful picnic.
Hey Yogi!
You're an ass, hon. Ah, I can smell tea now. Great. Okay. Anyway, welcome back, everybody.
Congrats.
Firstly, hope everybody had a great day. Secondly, on a more genuine note, welcome
Wow.
back.
Oh, fuck.
Welcome back to our wonderful series, which is, of course, at the moment, our interim series, Return to Leviathan Castaway.
Season
We
1.5.
left season 1.5. We left off with Fitz and Athriel leaving town. Finally, after a bit of talking to each other and a bit of consideration as to where they would find themselves next and what to do about their situation they find themselves in, their lives potentially on the line. As you both head out into the woods, is there anything that the two of you find yourselves speaking on in this moment? More so just a question from the DM to you both. What's the big plan here? There's a potential to maybe track whatever came here, like maybe like follow tracks. There's potential to maybe look for that airship. Maybe try and even just trace the arcana of what you're like dealing with. What's the kind of vibe here, though?
Well, I say that we maybe try to track the airship beforehand, just so that we have a backup plan. In case things go sideways, as you might say.
I agree with that. So we track that first, and then we do our job.
Track it first, and then then do the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta make your contingencies first, and then you go along with the.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
But of course, like that.
Although I will say, you are the captain, so how does one go about tracking a ship?
Well, if I were Thatch, I would just see like this random ship in the sea. It's like, hey, that's mine now. But
Ah, yes, it was yours all along, but they didn't know it yet.
seeing
Truly a
it
man
as,
of the world.
For some reason, I doubt that's much of an option at the moment, but
yeah, because we're not
we should keep
surrounded
that
by
in
boats.
mind,
We're
I
surrounded by
guess.
trees.
Oh, the trees were yours as well.
I own this forest now. This is mine.
Add them to your crew, and if they don't accept, then kill them.
Who are you talking to?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Never mind. I wouldn't say that simply unilaterally declaring ownership of any ship you see would be an option at the moment, considering surrounding circumstances, but I suppose I shall defer to your expertise in this matter. You are the ship captain, so
I mean, at this point, like all we know is that there is an airship somewhere that is, touchdown, and we don't have any real clue as to where it's landed. So
You know that it is in the woods somewhere, and that clearly it was within walking distance of wherever those people were trying to leave for it that morning.
Well, I mean, logic would say that it's somewhere within the surrounding area. I mean, you don't want to spend too much time walking through these woods. Maybe we could check within a couple miles of the town, if that's within the same area that we are trying to go to track this other thing. So the question is, what sort of time frame do we have?
At least a day.
At least a day.
That's what you're aware of so far. It's just like, we have at least a day. We should be fine.
Should. I'm guessing like
looking at something.
Should we do some kind of like investigation, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna say because how dense is, I guess, like either like the forest or like the forest floor? Like are there just like there wouldn't be any sort of like tracks. We wouldn't be able to see any like footprints or anything that would have led through, or like any sort of lead.
So then you're looking for the creature in this moment.
Not necessarily.
No, I think right now we're looking for any kind of like any sort of traces of people like passing through this area that isn't like the main road that maybe we're walking along it.
Go ahead and roll a. Does this mean nature or survival? I think nature.
Ooh. Okay.
I think nature because you're trying to understand if like it's hard to tell where footprints are in these woods. It's mostly like thick, like it's dense with foliage.
Yeah.
So like even on the ground, it's like, is that disturbed by like a person or is that just grass laying there?
Okay. I think I would like to add a knowledge from a past life.
I got I've rolled a 17, so that's an 18 on my nature check.
14 on mine.
Athriel, you've been in the woods before. You've been in these woods before they were all messed up.
I certainly have.
However, the world has changed a lot in the many, many years since you've been here. Everything feels different. It's harder for you to sort of track the way you'd like. And looking down here, you're noticing it's a weird moment of like you're sort of looking too deeply at everything. As like this like hardened survivor to some degree, looking it over, you're like noticing all of the tracks, which sort of makes it hard for you to pinpoint any tracks as important. It's sort of one of those moments of like, there's definitely been a deer through here, and it's probably something else, and it looks like maybe a boot print, but it doesn't look like a boot print. It's like sort of having a panic attack almost with just how many things you're pulling out of the woods without actually focusing on any one of those things.
My gods, there's so many things.
That's about the vibe. Just there's too many things. What is this? However, and also I'm going to pull something. For now, we're going to use this again, but I'm pulling something to be a little less ominous.
These vines look like they were moved a few inches to the left.
Genuinely, that is your vibe.
These thorns have been crushed under boot.
Yeah, they've been crushed. Was it a boot or a hoof? Ha! Go ahead.
No, just
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 Just a gentle
Sweet.
Here we go. Something a bit less ominous. 1045 by 764.
Let's say these trees are not a good omen. Especially for me.
Here you go, one sec. 1045 764. Sorry about this. It has been a busy day. Anyway, here we go.
It really has.
Having time to do like this kind of stuff, it's been kind of impossible.
Sure, I get that.
Okay. And I'll send that to the map layer. I will turn off grid, and then I will move y'all to something, again, a tiny bit less ominous.
Just a wee bit. That's a grid.
What the? I literally said grid off.
And the
Yeah,
grid went
grid
away,
off.
but like, I saw a grid for a second.
There we go. Less ominous.
This isn't the lake that I jumped into, is it?
No.
Okay.
This river is
Yes.
different.
Yes, this tree looks like a tree.
In fact,
If you
I
don't
will
say.
say, as you guys step out into the woods a little bit, and kind of continue to narrate a little bit, Athriel, your big
Yeah.
issue is that you're trying to focus and trying to find tracks and trying to understand where this a trail could be, and you sort of are distracted more so by there's a stream nearby, and the water itself also is one of those things where your brain is the water is bad, and it's another thing that you're focusing on, and at the same time you hear howls and you're like, that's the creature, and so your brain's sort of making it all into a lot of stuff, and you're kind of again discerning nothing from that. Fitz, you got an 18.
Yep.
With an 18, you notice on the ground there appear to be tracks that are perhaps more akin to a person walking. Yeah. Also roll an insight because there's multiple people tracks essentially.
Okay. It's a 14, so 18.
Another 18. Crap.
Ooh, damn, that is rumbling outside.
It is, and also I need to roll you a bit of luck.
Rumbling.
That didn't move at all. There we go.
Thunderbolts of lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Okay. So I rolled you a luck roll.
Galileo.
Galileo Figaro.
Galileo Figaro. So
Magnifico.
Fitz,
Yeah, what's up?
you're looking at this. You see, again, there's multiple tracks from it looks like different people, kind of going in different directions.
Mhm.
With an 18 on insight, you notice that some of them sink a little bit lower, almost like heavier steps. Maybe people sort of intending to go somewhere.
Right.
In that same vein, the other ones you notice are much less so. They're quite light, light-footed steps. But it's weird because they're so massive comparatively. It doesn't look like those. You can tell that those definitely aren't where you what you would want to follow in this moment.
Right.
But it is just a moment of looking and being like, that's not right. But moving swiftly on, you can see a path that footsteps that lead, and in fact they do lead toward this little stream, past it, over it, sort of moving off into the distance, far from where the I say far, but in the opposite direction of the town, off of the beaten trail.
Okay.
And you're welcome to relay this as you wish, but you can definitely try and follow it.
I definitely relate to Athriel. Hey, there are seeing multiple different tracks, different types of footprints here.
Yes, there are a great many tracks. I've seen them. That looks like a deer one right there. Boots?
As he points out a deer or maybe boots, Fitz, you look down and you see what kind of looks like weird, the weird tracks of maybe a bear. It's neither.
Bear?
It's definitely if he went in assuming it was a booted person, he would get seriously injured.
Don't think that's a boot, but I just pat him on the back. It's okay, bud. It's okay.
Even I
Don't you
practice a lot.
patronize me.
How dare you? I'll have you know I'm cool. But yeah, it's your awareness. What?
A fucking Megan in chat. Is this the deer with the secret hands from Adventure Time or just the boots?
Thankfully not. Thankfully not the deer.
I would hope not. That thing was fucking freaky.
Yeah, not the
Alright, he
deer,
just like
not the
pulls
deer.
his hooves off like gloves. I remember that. I
Well,
haven't seen
yeah.
videos of it.
Yeah, that was.
Delicious, delicious hoof.
I don't like it.
Good to the last crunch.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that. And you said the other pair of feet prints were like going like out.
They're going in essentially the other way. Or more so, they like trail in the other way, but they also sort of follow a similar path. In fact, following these like deeper footprints that are clearly like booted, you do occasionally reconvene with a trail, or more so, notice those like bigger footprints moving throughout the wood more so. It's potentially like there's potential that there could be something or someone out here that's been following those people as well. But as you get like to certain points with these people's trail, at some point it just violently jets off in one other direction, and you like it goes off into the deep wood where you guys came from.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and yeah, I'll say that you're definitely able to just sort of like take lead essentially. Heading this way, heading like along the trail of these people, there's not a ton that gets in your way. It's obvious why these people would have just been like, oh, we can just leave a ship out here and it'll be fine. It's not a huge deal. But as you're going through the woods, at some point the trail goes very suddenly cold. Like obviously somebody tried to like smudge their prints. But as you reach a sort of small clearing, it is visibly, you can see where like somebody sort of like shuffled over their own footprint for a little bit. And after that, it's gone, to your knowledge in this moment. However, I'll say that rolling off of your 18, you can hear wind coming from nearby in a weird way. Athriel, you hear it as well.
Would I recognize that it's like a turbine or like a?
It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound mechanical.
Okay.
But you notice like a strange like it sounds like directed to some degree though. You can both. I will allow you to choose what you roll here. I would say nature or survival would work here though.
I'm gonna roll another nature check.
17.
Double checking
Not bad.
things with her.
I'm just waiting for Ian to be like, I'm just double checking. Okay, so that's still that one.
No. God damn.
So it isn't that one.
No, it's not. No, it's a 14. So plus 1 is a 15. What are my fucking rolls tonight?
You're... So, okay. With a 15, Fitz, you're not entirely sure. You can sort of detect where it's coming from to some degree. But as you're, like, walking along, moving through, you do, like, crest a hill. And for a moment, as you're, like, standing there, it almost sounds like it's coming from all directions, the wind.
Mm.
And there's, like, a sheer face of rock that quickly finds itself once you, like, crest that hill. I mean, it's your home. You know pretty well. Hashendale is one of those places where it's like you can go from walking along a stream to suddenly looking down a mountain range. It's not great in terms of like exploring. For your part though, Athriel, rolling a little higher, and in fact rolling like sort of right exactly where you need to.
Right.
Following along with Fitz, you notice like the moment that it sounds like it's coming from every direction, you sort of notice, no, it's not. It's coming from a little bit back, like back down our path a little bit. And the moment you realize that, you see a hastily hidden cave entrance.
It's
Hmm?
there's a cave entrance. Look, I sort of like point it out.
I don't know.
Fitz, by the way.
Yeah, no, I can I flavor this for a second before you?
Go for it.
I'm just like, I don't know what you're pointing at. I just see like a bunch of twigs covering a cave entrance. Oh.
Yes, precisely. It looks as though it was hurriedly hidden and thus not hidden very well.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Me and Ian basically, yeah, I was just about to say exactly what you said. Like, you see 4 twigs covering a
I took-
giant hole.
I took your fucking brain cell DM.
Like, okay, say that the entire camera feed is sort of like the cave. It's sort of like
It's not even covered.
there's still a massive hole.
You can still
It's-
walk through it, and you just have like 2 fucking placards just by it.
Are there any lights? Is there any light coming from the cave entrance?
There's like a torch actually, like right there.
I. Well,
There's
for one
no,
thing, that's
like, there's no light deeper down now that you can see so far.
well, for one thing, that's a fire hazard, and also it is also giving away the position.
It's okay, Fitz.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those moments of like, this is really badly done, clearly done again by like some airship captain who is not at all understanding in how to survive outside of like the city.
Oh.
And Athriel,
Yeah.
I'll say like no rolls required. You can just sort of like, you guys can just step in.
Yeah.
You have dark vision, both of you, right?
No, I don't have dark vision.
Well, there's a torch for you, Athriel.
I've got
Well, the thing is, like, what if there's people in there?
The people that were supposed to come here, the sheriff didn't allow to.
Oh. Okay.
Like
But
he
I've-
said. So what was said yesterday? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Right.
Was the sheriff essentially said there was some destruction. We're not allowing anybody to leave the city until somebody makes sure it's safe.
All right. I'll grab the torch, but all right, Fitz, you stay closer behind me. Sneaking is not my forte, thus I will not even try. But you can keep the element of surprise.
Currently in plate armor, just slowly, just like
Yes, surely.
don't worry, we're
Well, Fitz-
sneaky.
Well, Fitz isn't wearing plate armor, is he?
No, I know Fitz isn't, but you are. I thought.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
like-
even gonna try to sneak because I've got a +0 and I would have disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
So on
You
that
can roll a
note,
stealth check just to see.
I was gonna say,
You
like,
might crit.
can I roll a
I'm
stealth
not
check?
even
Like,
gonna
just
try.
You absolutely can, Ian.
all right. I'm gonna do it because I have a bonkers fucking plus to it. Holy mother of fuck. That is a 17, so plus 11. That is
Jesus Christ. Fitz, 28. You disappear. Athriel,
fuck.
Yeah.
Fitz is like hugging the shadows in such a way that like your torchlight casting over everything, you kind of lose him for a second.
All right. He'll keep the element of surprise, but Athriel is just gonna walk in there.
It's a simple, like, narrow cave. For this point, as you're walking through, there's the occasional, like, sharp, jagged turn.
Right.
And there's some areas where, Athriel, roll me an Arcana.
Ooh, Arcana.
Ooh.
I do always love to roll an Arcana. 15.
With a... I'm actually going to say... I'm going to knock that to a 16 because at the very least you recognize something here.
Hmm.
As you're going through, it dips especially low at one point. Like you guys are sort of going along at a pretty level angle, and then it sort of juts like to the right for a second, and then you're going down at a pretty steep, like a 45-degree angle for like 10 minutes or so, in pure darkness. with just like the torchlight lighting you. But as you go, there's a sort of sudden gradient where the stone turns weird. It's like the speckled, like weird coloration to it. But
Huh.
Athriel, firstly, Athriel, with that, like as it happens, you sort of feel the whole place feel a bit more magical, almost as if like you're walking through a field of magic or walking like through a doorway into like a magical place. For a brief moment, it's feels different, like you're suddenly very far away from yourself,
The
like
weave is
you're
strong in this place.
very, very accurate. And it's in fact that moment of as you're like there, your sword almost doesn't feel powerful at all. As you're like, handling your sword as normal, sort of doesn't feel like it doesn't reverberate with that magic it usually does in this place. And looking to the stone, you recognize it because it is the same bedrock as like what would normally be like in like Valyria. Uh, considered
Huh.
it's considered unique. It's this like weird like speckled kind of like coloring. And as you like sort of look to it, and with that same knowledge, it feels like your theory might be a little bit more correct than you had thought. As in this,
Valyrian bedrock.
something that shouldn't be able to be in this place, essentially. It implies that there's a larger portion of this place that's Valyrian than should be.
Hmm. Alright.
As you pass through, that like lasts for a bit. It's this weird like sort of divot. Another sharp jag. You go through there's a few smaller caverns like off as little offshoots, by the way. That if either of you
Right.
like, you can tell there's like a major like pathway, obviously. If either of you like, you're welcome to check the offshoots for anything if you wish.
Hmm.
I think I'm
Are there
still.
like 3 of them?
So far, you've seen like 3. Like you've passed by a few.
Hmm.
I think I might check one out since I'm still hidden in the shadows here.
All right. I'm gonna roll a d4 real quick just to see which one.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Yeah, Fitz, you're welcome to check one out.
Okay.
It's a moment of like Athriel's just still walking, and without a word or any noise, you just like sort of are gone. And Fitz, walking through to this one, there's like a sort of smaller one where you have to like kind of crawl a little bit to get through it. But you hear the slight trickle of water, and as you go in, there is a very old, very dilapidated, like crunched to the side a little bit. It's a fountain that looks like it probably used to be some sort of like it looks like it's inspired by like maybe like a churchgoers kind of thing, or maybe it was part of a garden. You can visibly see that like above it's sort of like crunched in at one point, like sunk into here. And there's like vines growing down through a long blocked up hole above. Water still pouring from the fountain, very, very, very slowly. That is seemingly watering these roots. But all around you see like old, essentially like very out of production money, sort of scattered about, and the bones of what looks like old scholars sitting on like very long destroyed like kind of like park benches.
And this money's not worth anything nowadays, is it?
It's any like out of production money like this is considered electrum, so you can
Okay.
definitely use it.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a handful.
Yeah, go ahead and quickly roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Is a 6 sleight of hand plus 9. No, not plus. No, fuck. 6 plus 5 is
11?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab you a couple of d8 real quick. I'll just roll this one twice. That's cocked. So you get 14 electrum pieces.
I said 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
There's also like symbols here, like amongst this stuff, like especially on the fountain.
Mhm.
But you're not really a scholar, nor are you a cleric, so there's not really a way for you to decipher them.
Yeah, so all I see is just chicken scratch.
Yeah, for you it's sort of like reading Japanese, and you are a medieval peasant. Like, nay, these runes are strange. How about you, knave?
How about thee?
So it is sort of like very much lost in translation, but also just lost against your own culture. You know Elven at the very least. Like as a language. Right?
I should, yeah. Let me check.
Okay. You do. You know Elvish, thank God.
Imagine a half-elf not even knowing Elvish.
Well, because I remember you knew Gnomish, and I was like, did you know Gnomish instead instead of Elvish? Because that'd be funny. Yeah, no, Fitz, you absolutely like you can read a couple of the symbols. Not very many of them, but like two of them. One of them is like of the forest, and another one is like of the earth. But the rest of them are lost. They're like clerical handwriting. That's like been hastily etched here. But yeah, you find a bit of electrum. It looks like an old ruin that sort of got like sectioned off by the by whatever collapsed this place. And you're able to sort of like crawl out and quickly meet back up with Athriel, who Athriel, you have begun to see you've started to like move up again, like the angle has shifted.
Yeah.
And there's light at the far end.
Huh. Athriel kind of like readies himself for a possible confrontation, but he carries on. He carries on forward.
All right. Athriel,
Yes.
as you are heading up this way, you get toward like this sort of this light. It's sort of like is that thing of like going up an angle and then turning off sharply. So as you get up there, you can't really see through for a second. Roll me a wisdom check real quick.
Ooh, wisdom. All right, straight wisdom. Do, do, do.
It seems like there's probably nothing out there. You're wise in this moment here. No, it's more a moment of like, it looks like sunlight. It's probably sunlight.
I think I
You're
might
using your brain.
add. I think I might add on D6 to that.
Okay.
15.
I'll let you roll that again because it's been a 2 twice in a row.
All right. 19.
I'll allow 19. I'll allow you to have your roll that you rolled.
Thank you
As-
very greatly.
As you're like looking out there, it's like it's definitely sunlight, but it's like as you're thinking that you're sort of like don't notice the sound of like clearly of animals or maybe even something else out there until it's almost too late. Like you're about to take a step and you're like wait, and you're able to sort of like fall prone, sort of in this situation where you can sort of just like peek out of the cave as you realize this is like the end of the cave. You're about to be like out in a clearing again.
Do I see anything in the clearing?
Fitz, as you join Athriel again, rolling off of your stealth. Fitz, you're sort of like fully standing there for this brief moment. Do you choose to like fall like essentially hidden, or do you want to like try and perceive stuff out there while you are sort of at sort of an advantage?
I want to kind of perceive like what's beyond where we are.
Go ahead and roll me a perception. Athriel, I will allow you an Arcana or a Perception.
I will take a
Ouch.
perception.
Yeah, no, that's a net one.
That's a nat 20.
Fuck you.
We're going to start with Fitz's roll because it was the first roll. Actually, no, we're going to start with Athriel's roll because Fitz is hidden in such a way where, at the very least in this specific moment. Oh, okay, Athriel.
Yes.
out there you see sort of like as you're taking a moment, it's sort of camouflaged amongst the trees. There's a large form moving, about as tall as one of these like strange trees, with a face that almost looks like it's constantly dripping out of itself. You see like lumbering like movements of like hands pulling forward, and as they do, you see more hands splitting off from the side and like trying to grab at things.
What is
It looks
wrong
like
with this place?
with Nat 20, it looks like a creature made of corpses.
Athriel is just like bewildered by how fucked up this place is.
And with that perception, I will also say it feels like it may be like corruption. This is dark to a degree that is abnormal and clearly intentional. It's made though again of like these corpses or something, and it does not seem friendly. It's even as that perception hits you, like it doesn't seem friendly. A deer like sprints past, and you just watch the deer gone in the blink of an eye. As you watch like bits of bone sort of protrude in different spots, clearly non-human, clearly deer. It doesn't make any noise like verbally, but go ahead.
How long will I be able to observe this creature? 'Cause if I can
In this
spend at
moment?
least a minute, there are things I can spend at least a minute observing it. There's some things I can ascertain about it.
I mean, you are welcome to observe. Like in this moment, it doesn't know that you're there, and you don't think that it's going to be able to really notice that you're there. More so because it just appears like you're in a little cave. You're not obvious. Fitz is well hidden. Fitz on a nat 1, by the way. You see the airship in the field outside. You feel like you could just walk to it. In fact, you hear noises nearby. It feels more like you maybe need to hurry to it, just in case. Seems like something might happen.
I just kind of.
In fact,
what?
1 second. I'm sorry. As I'm speaking, the creature's walking through these trees. Fitz, you don't know what happens, but a tree nearby looks like it might actually be about to hit the airship.
Can I see Fitz about to step out and like yank him down to the ground by his ankles?
Roll an insight.
It's like I'm about to like. I want to see what this insight roll is first.
And okay, I will roll an insight.
Motherfucker!
Athriel,
You've just had enough. You see through my stupidity at this point.
Athriel,
Yeah.
you see Fitz.
Fucking dick.
I will add, by the way, Athriel, he is
Yeah.
right in that you also do notice, like, there's the creature looking down and away. There is an airship. Which it does, you actually watch as, with an insight, by the way, he's about to sprint out there.
Like I
probably get his ass handed to him.
Like,
Okay, yeah, I'd like to make like an athletics check to like reach up and grab his belt and pull him back, or like trip him backwards or something, or just do something
Fitz,
and
you're
keep him
fully
from like running out there.
Fitz, you're like fully standing and have pretty good stealth in this moment. Like you're we're prepared to run.
Yeah.
We're gonna do opposed athletics. So Fitz, roll me an athletics check if you would so please. You do the same.
yeah. Motherfucker! That's another 1.
I was gonna give you advantage, but I can't.
No, I don't need it.
Athriel,
Yeah.
with a 29 athletics. I'm so tempted to say that you succeed in failing, Fitz. Because honestly, with another nat 1,
fuck.
you...
Oh.
Me as Damien needs to roll something. I'm going to bring this up. A nat 1 is a very critical failure. Yeah, well, I mean, you and me and Austin did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I mean.
Well, I mean,
like,
he just like critically failed to resist me pulling him back.
No, he did. Well, what I'm saying is a critical failure in this case. He definitely critically failed you pulling him back. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to see how bad he fails in this moment.
Oh, okay.
We're going to roll a box of doom real quick.
Oh, fuck.
This creature's within 60 feet of you both. I'll quickly roll an insight for it, by the way. Okay. You, Fitz, on a 1 through 10 on this die, you fall with some amount of noise.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did it succeed on its insight check?
It didn't succeed. It didn't perceive you guys in this moment. It didn't intuit that there's someone observing it now.
Okay, so but if it ever succeeds on a check, I would like to know because I can silvery barbs that shit.
In this moment, it didn't succeed on its check now.
Okay.
I rolled a 6. The insight was to see if it noticed you before this roll. See if this roll was worth it. On an 11 through 15, you don't make enough noise for it to know where you are. On a 16 through 20, you are silent. Fitz. You are preparing your body to sprint out. You are very agile, you're nimble, and you're perfectly hidden. And you see ahead of you, there's an airship. It looks like it's untouched. The foliage nearby is moving, though, so it's more a moment of you're a good captain, maybe get to it.
Yeah, I could use my... I was going to say I was going to use my fast reflexes. But... With
a nat 1 insight, by the way, Fitz. Everything around you is sort of drowned out for this moment.
Like,
I'm just
deadlocked. All I see is the airship.
Yes. And so, Fitz, out of nowhere, you're in this weird, half-corrupted tunnel. The light doesn't cast right around you. Everything feels a little odd. And you see a single bit of hope. And suddenly, strangely, from behind, you feel a grab at your ankle, and you are yanked to the ground. Yeah, you get like a little bit, and enough of a noise, but nothing too loud, nothing too terrible, for it to know where you are. As instead, you watch this creature as it's lumbering, fully stop itself, and whip its head toward the hillside. And with a 6 on its insight, can't tell where the sound came from. But begins, and it's going to roll again. It got a 15. This is essentially just on sort of like a more of a nature. It's more so seeing if like there might be life near it. In this moment, it has stopped its path of movement and is now watching the hillside, waiting for something.
Fuck! I wish I had major image prepared.
If I could just become a giant ape.
No, like major image. I could just like make it look like there's a congregation of animals like off in the distance, and it would go and try to get them. But fuck, I don't have it prepared. Don't move.
Its vision is based on movement.
I sort of whisper to Fitz. There's a corrupted creature in the forest.
Airship right there.
Yes, and I just saw it eat a deer, bones and all, in 1 second.
Fitz says that you do hear a weird crunching noise. Athriel, you watch its head turn slowly back and forth, and you see like a bunch of essentially bones, which are sort of piled weirdly in a way that shouldn't work, crunch and grind over each other as it moves.
Just look back to Athriel. Fair argument. God, the bloods. What did you fucking roll?
It's a luck roll for someone else. as you both sit there, sort of, idly talking quietly, and as Athriel, as you explained to Fitz what you sort of watched, you both hear the sounds of sort of the distant footsteps of people making an approach. You hear a couple of and one of the people at the front you hear talking just like, "Right, I told you, if we just told them we were going with with those two adventurers, they would let us out with no problem."
Are they right behind us?
No.
Okay. I was gonna do some
No,
fun shit.
you see
This
along
is not good.
you see along where the airship is, there's a small path that's sort of like poorly made, leads in the direction of the town. And with a luck of 6, you watch this group of people. You watch them just sort of like jovially walking. The old man and his grandson are not with them, so at the very least, a young child is not about to die.
Good. We can't use any more fucking child negligence in this miniseries.
But all of these civilian, non-adventurer people are gonna need to roll me a couple of checks. So just give me a sec. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Sure. This will totally go well for them, I'm sure.
They have such low ACs. The lowest AC here is a 4.
Fuck.
So
Can I do something?
sure.
I feel like Athriel doesn't want to just leave these people to their fate.
Yeah.
Okay, so have I? Would you say I've been observing this creature outside of combat for at least a minute?
It's been about a minute.
So, okay, I would like to use my Know Your Enemy from my Battlemaster fighter.
What else does that do?
So, if I've been observing a creature for at least a minute outside of combat, the DM will tell me if a creature is my equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 characteristics. I have a list I can choose from. So I am going to choose.
Ooh, shit. I'm gonna mute for just a second. Oh,
I'm gonna
fuck, I'm being
choose
rated. How's it going, mate? Welcome in, welcome in.
No, wait, I'm gonna choose armor class
Sure, how you
and
doing?
current hit points.
Been a hot minute. How you
So
doing?
is it
Welcome.
inferior, equal, or superior to me in
Playing
any
some
of those
D&D.
regards?
It is.
How's
It is
it going? Welcome,
superior in
everybody.
one of those regards, is inferior in
Good
it's
seeing
inferior
y'all.
in
Good
strength.
seeing ya. Thanks for
So
bringing
It
the
is
which
crew along.
superior
along.
in hit points. Armor class also
Superior in hit
inferior.
points?
I'm just
Okay.
informing you in this regard. It's only got natural armor.
How you been? How was your stream? What were you up to?
Okay. So.
Welcome everybody. I am EenTheBean. We're doing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, because
So I would like to-
it's got 1 less point than you.
I'm doing really good. I'm good. I've been
Oh,
I've
okay.
been
All
up and
right,
down the past couple of
so-
months, but
wait, in
I'm
terms of
good.
its
I'm
armor class,
feeling
it is
a
one
lot
less
better.
point
In,
than me?
terms of its strength, I'm giving
Oh,
you
it's-
that knowledge.
Oh, okay.
It's really good seeing you again.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's actually
Redemption.
really good to
Red Dead
know.
Redemption 2.
So
Nice.
it's
I still need
weaker
to play
than
that.
me
I still need to play that at
strength.
some point.
It might not actually
Storm
be all
Panther,
that
how's it going?
threatening to us. Like a threat, but maybe something we could take.
Potentially. I mean, again, it's not that it's weak or exceptionally strong. It's that it as a creature is different. It as a creature is like, it's large, but it's not that it would be super strong, given that it's made mostly of broken bones and whatnot.
Okay, so right as those civilians are about to get its attention, like right before, I am going to
Got a raid and run. No worries. No
going
worries.
to
You have a good one.
upcast,
Thank you again for the raid. I much appreciate it.
magic missile.
Thank you for
to
bringing the
third
fluffle
level
along.
slot.
Great seeing
So I
everybody.
will get 3 magic missiles. So this is going to be.
I will say, since this is D&D, I'm not going to be
this is going
really
to be
interacting like too much
6
with
D4
chat.
plus
Like I'll
6,
probably be typing
force
in
damage
chat, but
straight
I won't
off.
be able to like fully like interact one-on-one with you guys
Wait,
like this.
okay.
And
What's
But-
that again? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm upcasting a magic missile.
Okay.
Slash 6d4
We are currently on the hunt for an
plus
airship
6.
and also some
So
mystical creature.
yeah, and magic missile like always hits, so it's gonna hit it. Okay then, so I'm just going to, as soon as the villagers are about to get its attention, I'm going to I'm gonna yell out "Run!" and I'm gonna throw these magic missiles at the creature and get its attention.
Okay.
So that's
Uh,
16 force damage.
First,
Okay.
roll a persuasion with advantage real quick, because you're persuading them to fucking run. I'm gonna roll 3 insights. These are the 3 sort of leads of the group.
I will do that. Persuasion.
Okay, so
Advantage.
yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay,
So-
just to be sure, I'm gonna add my commanding presence to that. So I'm gonna add a d10.
Okay.
So that's 26.
So as you say, run. All of them are convinced to run.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. I will add, I was rolling their insights to see where they would essentially decide to run.
Ah, fuck.
On a nat 20, the lead of the group,
Alright.
the captain, looks to his airship, looks immediately to his left, and sees a gigantic creature that is, so I say gigantic, but in terms of like the trees around it, it's thicker than those, so it's big. Looks at that, looks to like the 5 people behind him, and just goes, "Right, we're gonna run," and just like the other 2 that were immediately next to him are sort of like partners or people that like came with him, essentially like little like ship hands. They rolled an 8 and a 3. They decide to roll to the nearest safe thing they can see, and that's the ship.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Alright.
More so, actually, the guy with the 3, he just scatters. He runs off into the woods in a random direction. He just goes, "Ah!" and he's gone.
How far
Go ahead.
away? How far away are they from us? Our location? Like,
The groups that like the other people who ran off, they're like 80 feet now.
okay.
They weren't super far away, but they were like far enough.
Yeah, they're far now.
The creature, it was 60 feet away, and it gets shot by Athriel.
Yes.
Right,
As
magical
the
missiles.
people like coming up, the creature goes to like, you see that its like face is, it's sort of like weird dripping face. You watch all of its, everything goes shiny on the front of its face, and you watch a ton of eyes slowly open one by one. As a few more like drip off and fall away. This creature in this moment goes to open a maw between them all, and as it's midway through, a magic missile shears off a piece of its face, and it whips to the side, and it is going to to immediately start moving toward you guys as you've fully engaged it in attack.
Alright.
Fitz,
Is it time for initiative?
it's going to be time for initiative, and you're both going to get surprise round against it.
Sweet.
Hell yeah!
It's going to use its movement to run as like it's going to essentially like run toward you guys, but it can't see you.
Right.
It just knows it got shot. So you have this moment to surprise and attack.
Yeah.
Both you roll me initiative.
Alright. So would you say it would be
Oh,
like a
fucking hell.
bonus action to apply this blade rub?
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, at 2.11. Alright.
Oof.
I feel like whenever it comes to my turn in the surprise round, I'm gonna do that. And
That is a 19.
Actually, Ian.
What's up?
Actually, no, it's fine.
What?
I'll add it through here. I was
Okay.
gonna say, whenever it comes to initiative rolls, it would
Mhm.
make sense to roll that in roll 20. But let me go ahead and get
I mean,
this set up for
do you want me to
guys.
just re-roll it in roll 20?
I don't have y'all set up yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
You're good. You're fine. You're special. You're good.
Eh. Shut up,
Ah,
bitch.
boy.
fucker.
Hmm?
And also I'm going to quickly roll to see if any of its posse are nearby. Okay.
Of course, it has a
few
posse.
people. A few people are nearby. And also, I almost forgot about the natural thing that is just a part of this woods. There's not many of these around here, but they exist. And going to go ahead and set it to the back. There we go. It is fine. I'm sorry, I'm rolling a few things to get this set up.
You're good.
And then I need to give y'all new music.
No, we can't have a calm battle. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so it's got.
Battles are not calm.
Okay, so it's only got one of each of its posse with it. And so, I will say, Athriel,
Yes.
out of the woodlands, actually one of these crawling up from the ground itself, you see firstly a living armor, sort of like crunch out of like half grown into moss into a tree. As you hear like the shambling of like sort of like weirdly molten sounding flesh coming from nearby the other side.
Gotcha.
And we are going to go into our turn order. Just a sec. I need to grab y'all's tokens real quick. That's Athriel and Grigathede.
Hold on, getting a call.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll call it this.
Oh, I've been neglecting that.
What?
The Captain's Emerald die advantage on history and insight checks as well. Been neglecting that. Whoops.
And I can go ahead and grab y'all your music.
But at the very
this
least...
is not.
What?
I was going to add this is this fight itself. Depending on how this goes, just so you are aware, this is the beginning of perhaps the big fight of the session.
Oh shit. Lovely.
That is where that one was. The creature was actually a bit further away, but now it is between you guys and the ship.
Got rated at a good time there. About to see some
Hello.
combat.
Right now it is time for my boy.
The blue screen of death.
Combat. Let's kick its ass.
God dang it, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
The power of my stand.
Stand.
Role-playing nightmare.
Role-playing nightmare.
Wop, 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 wop. Oh.
What?
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, you know, you hear that Dale's voice actor died?
Yeah, he died a couple of months ago.
Dale Gribble.
Yeah.
Poor Dale Gribble. All he wanted to do was kill roaches.
Pocket sand.
Rocket sand.
Okay, let's see. If...
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
What do you mean Q concluded?
What?
Excuse me, Bimo. You're wrong, though.
Other music. All I hear is wind.
Bimo, no, just...
Pocket change.
Pocket change.
Pocket change. You know, the 14 that I just grabbed. I like to use that as pocket sand.
Here we go. And... No.
No, I can't.
You can try. I'll let you roll a...
No, I actually don't want to. Megan's just fucking...
With an initiative... Okay, so 2.11 on Athriel's. 1 second, let me add a turn for you. Let me add a turn to my Asia. Let me add a turn to Fitz.
Hello.
Turn to my other boy, and a turn to
My boy.
other boy. And these other two little guys, they are not going to get turns because they have only 5 feet of movement. I'm not going to waste a turn on them. Instead, they will just take their little attacks of opportunity. So, I think this is going to be good. 2.11. What'd you roll on your initiative again, Ian?
19.
19 on your initiative. Okay, I will move y'all over here, and I'll roll creature and its friends' initiatives once we're over.
Okay.
Am I still supposed to have these temp hit points from?
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't had combat since then, so.
Yeah, you're fine for now. Welcome to our little field where we have a small airship that looks semi-crashed. The engine's a little bit shitty looking from here. You can tell that it's like knocked down a few branches. One piece of it's like jutting out to the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to quickly roll the creature its initiative.
Oh man, this music would be a lot more epic if it would stop cutting out.
On my end, it's not cutting out.
Oh, it's chopping to shit in back here.
I'm getting a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of it too. Alright.
That's weird.
Couldn't.
Because I shoot. Sounds weirdly fine. What did you do to my music, boys?
I didn't do anything.
What are you doing to my music?
It's not cutting out for you. Well, fuck you, Megan.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's cutting out for the two dipshits, I guess. Hey boys, it's dipshit o'clock. Calm down.
Fuck you.
I mean, like sometimes it fixes itself, but like sometimes.
And the animate armor is going to quickly roll its stuff as well. The animate armor has equal armor class with you, by the way, Athriel. I only bring that up because, like, you noticed that it's wearing your armor, basically. It's like old Valyrian armor that looks like it was thrown wide, probably from this cave.
Well, I will say that Athriel's armor is like modern plate armor, though.
Oh, I'm more bringing up the fact that, like, it looks like what you would recognize as your armor.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I just, to flavor it more so, it's, like, very similar to what you would recognize.
Shambling flesh!
Yes. Shambling flesh.
Alright.
And let me go ahead and sort by descending.
We don't have control of our tokens yet.
And, well, you don't have control.
I
I
have
think that
control of
yours...
mine.
Yeah. Ian always has control of his. We just didn't save yours with control of it. My apologies.
How dare you!
Sorry, Athriel. There you go. And yeah, you both have surprise rounds. You have a full round of combat before we get to, essentially before we start y'all's first turn. So Fitz, you're basically going to get 2 turns back to back.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
So you and Athriel, however you both want to act, go ahead and tell me. You, if you have sneak attack, I don't think either of you do, but if you do, you'd get it now.
Let's see. Bless it.
Nah, I don't have sneak attack.
Yeah.
But I am gonna action surge to whack the fuck out of this thing.
Go for it.
Well, it's not my turn yet.
Yeah. So.
I am more saying outside of turn order, both of you act essentially you're acting your full turns out before turn order even starts.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the creature's surprised. You guys get a full surprise round on it.
Oh, cool.
Right.
And then this thing's like part of its like posse, or is that just decoration?
You recognize these fungus are this? It's the same type of fungus that tried to kill you in your bedroll.
Yeah,
It
no,
doesn't look like it's moving or doing anything. It's just sort of on its own.
Fungus.
I don't want to take any chances. I'm gonna use my flintlock and blast it to shit.
Roll attack. Just don't get a nat 1.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna roll like
Oh, and also, go ahead and do it digital. It'll be easier.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna roll digital on here. So boop.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. As long as it's more than 4, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, let me look at its health real quick because I could be wrong. I think it's got only like 10 health. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. I'm wrong. You only you get down to half health.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Before I forget, hold up. The captain's eye gives me advantage on my first attack of any combat.
Oh, roll it again. Let's see if you crit.
Ha!
That'd be overkill.
No, it's fine.
That's better. Go ahead. I guess roll damage again. Just to
That's
see.
still the same.
Okay, yeah, you get down to half health immediately. This time, much more fucked up. In a way of just like, go ahead and flavor it for me. You are dead on aim.
So I see this, and I start getting like the flashbacks, and it's like, you're not getting the jump on me this time, and I just not necessarily just full on like fucking gangster gun, just fucking take out my gun.
Holding a flintlock sideways doesn't work anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, very improbable.
Just
Not
pulls all
like
the powder out.
oh fuck.
It's like, you want to fight me? Oh god, shit, fuck. Oh,
Oh,
1
God
second.
damn it.
Okay, we're good.
By that time, if that were an actual person, it'd be fucking dead.
Yeah, imagine muggings in the medieval era.
Oh my god, that'd be.
It's like, ah yes, my arquebus. I forgot that I didn't charge it up correctly. I have failed.
I failed. Anyways, here's my money. You don't need to attack me. Oh, you're still gonna take my kidney? Okay.
Yeah, no, Fitz, you shoot it. Easily blow half of this thing off as you see it like starting to slowly mend itself. It's a fungus.
I was about to say, do I have anything else? I do have frenzy. Also.
You also have multi-attack. You can also.
Yeah. My fast reflexes. I can just.
So I was saying you can attack it again, but you can also attack the threat.
I could, but maybe I want to get rid of all like the surrounding things before I go beat the shit out of the big thing. Like that way I don't.
I mean, I'm gonna start off beating the shit out of the big thing.
I mean, go
ahead,
for
Ian.
it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Fitz.
So I just attack this. You know what? For kicks and giggles, I want to throw a firebomb at the big guy.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't like that reaction, but I'm gonna commit.
Did I give you those as a weapon? I don't recall. Like, are they in your attacks? Like.
Oh yeah. There it is. Yeah. There.
Beautiful. Yeah, that definitely hits it. Okay, Fitz. You rear back, and you throw, this firebomb at the creature. This is so dumb that I'm literally gonna do it this way, but, now it's looking at you both. You
Alright.
huck a firebomb, it immediately, like, the creature goes to roar at you, and as it does, you watch its chest sort of flares a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The firebomb plunges into its chest, and you watch as your firebomb explodes out a little bit. The creature seems incredibly vulnerable to flame.
Okay.
As you watch the firebomb go in and explode, and you watch the fire set on it, like the creature set alight in some parts, and it begins to claw at itself and screech as it's immediately reduced to half health.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Holy shit!
As it
Speaking
doesn't
of which,
Fuck. Alright.
speaking of which,
4 times damage from that, by the way, because of just how hard it hit. It rolled an 8 on essentially its luck here. That hit a very vital organ.
Let's fucking
Go ahead,
go.
Athriel.
speaking of fire, I'm gonna apply some of this blade rub. I'm gonna take one of these vials out, take a cloth and a vial, and oil this sword up real quick with a bonus action.
So, 2 things.
Yeah.
When you oil it up, the blade immediately casts with like a blue flame. I will add also 2 things. First off, your damage is going to be essentially fire damage tacked on top of it. So if you do piercing and fire, essentially. While using this blade rub, essentially, I think during the first 3 turns. So it lasts for 3 turns, essentially. So slash. I will say it will also add +2 fire damage against this creature's +4.
Ooh, okay, alright. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure to not move into this little mushroom's range. Right up to it. I'm just gonna straight up action surge.
Okay,
So,
yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna be launching off six great sword attacks on this thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh, also,
go get it with your lubed up sword.
Fitz,
Yeah, what's up?
while he's rolling his attacks.
Mhm.
That hits, by the way.
22.
You also have your full movement if you want to go anywhere in your range.
How's the 16?
16 does not hit.
Grab a stick and
Dang.
twist it!
17 also does not hit.
You know what? I'm gonna. Cause that's
What the fuck?
5, 10, 15. Yeah, okay. We'll just scooch on over to here.
21 hits.
Okay.
32 definitely hits.
Alright, so one more.
Okay.
Alright, so that was 4 hits in total.
Yeah, I see him. Let me go ahead and get my calculator out real quick.
Slash R 11 plus
13
13.
plus 11. Okay, so you do 110 damage.
Damn.
Plus for each of those, I need to add 4. So 4 times 4. So add on 16
Another-
damage. 1 second. Uh, 126 damage,
Good shit.
which
Oh,
I actually believe,
Damn.
unless I'm dead wrong. Let me go ahead and check something real quick.
I was gonna say, did we just befell this thing before full on combat?
I think you did.
Oh my god. Good shit. Let's go, man.
It had 240 health.
And then I just
You immediately
immediately
knocked it down to half, which was 120. He just did 126. I have to check and see if it has any saves or reactions it is able to do to these attacks, but I think that it might just die.
That's
Get fucked!
get fucked.
Fuck me. Sometimes your bad guy dies in the first turn.
Before the first turn, like fucking not even like this. That is the.
If I can,
Mm.
if I can add another thing, just to make sure, I might just add on a pushing attack with my maneuvers.
Gamers, whenever you have level 17 characters, be careful about surprise rounds.
Right there.
Yeah,
It's
no,
emotional damage.
absolutely. I'm going to see if it has any reactions to your first attack. So we're going to at least see if anything happens
Yeah.
during this
Alright.
moment.
Thank you for the bits, Megan.
I truly don't know if there's anything it's able to do here, though. Okay.
Yeah, can I get some pogs in chat? Cause like that was fucking like.
I mean, I don't think it has like a breath attack or anything. I don't believe it even could. The only thing it even has is like change shape. It can't fucking do that. I mean, it's currently it can. The only thing it can do is it's going. I mean, it's going to try and use this on. I guess it's gonna save its reaction for your final attack. Is a mindless charge, which it can only do at the end, essentially at the end of someone's turn. It's dead. It can't do that either. So, go ahead and push it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use one of my superior. Just to add insult to injury, I'm going to gonna roll a d10 that's gonna add on to, so that's 3 extra damage. But the important thing is that it has to now make a strength saving throw, a DC 18 strength saving throw, or be pushed 15 feet in any direction. In this case, I would push it.
Push it
Like,
real good.
1, 2,
Dun,
3.
dun,
I
dun.
would push it down here.
Push. Wait, 1 second. 1 second. Push down where again?
Down here, if you can see the arrow.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and see if it makes its. Go ahead.
Down this way. I don't want it to like ram into the wing or anything.
Gotcha. Strength save.
That's all right. That's a fail. DC is 18.
Athriel, as you stab into it. By the way, I'm going to add something.
Mhm.
I'm going to inform. It has no combat reactions. It does have one thing it's able to do, and it's going to check if it's able to do something. It's also going to roll a Constitution save. Okay. One sec. Yeah. Constitution saving throw, DC of 5 plus damage taken. Yeah, so Undead Fortitude cannot work here. But it has an ability to roar for help. Which it's going to try and do as you shove it, and it is just sails through the air, crunches into the ground, and dissolves into a puddle. You watch as its maw begins to malform. We're going to see if it lets out a final roar of rage. So you're wanting it to be above essentially, you want to be 11 through 20.
Is this is this a check?
It's not a check, this is a luck roll. The Box of Doom is just luck.
Dinger.
That's me rolling for you guys. That was a 10.
All right.
As it falls, you guys hear its mouth open and you hear a low rumble quickly turn into and it falls to the ground dead. However, distantly, you do hear more of that slow building, followed by another and another and another. You can hear them coming from somewhere, and then you hear one coming from somewhere else. Athriel, as it sails back, and I can't even leave the token there. It literally just goes like, falls back, and then all the muscles relax, and you just watch it sort of sludge. Its face made entirely out of like eyes plucked from corpses. Each one of those eyes focuses in different directions before finally focusing on you and then splashing essentially out.
As it dies, I make a rude gesture.
Also, your hand is like covered in its disgusting, like rotten blood. You make a rude gesture. It can't physically react to that.
It's a puddle now. It can't.
We're now in the first turn of the combat. But also, Fitz and Athriel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you both roll me an Arcana real quick?
Arcana, I got a +1 to it, so that's gonna be I rolled a 15, so it's gonna be 16.
26.
16, 26 is going to give you something, Athriel. As you hear them all roaring, it sort of resonates with you a little bit. In this area where undead things are, kind of calling upon their own magics, it sort of resonates with you as well, considering what you are. And you feel as if you're being pulled toward something off in the woods. Back toward the church that you came from, both of you.
Well, by the gods.
And as that begins, I will say that you guys are welcome to enter combat. Essentially, now starting the turn order, which would start with you, Fitz.
Okay. Let me see.
There's still a few small enemies.
Yeah. Okay. This thing's just like still like half health or kind of fucked, isn't it?
Fitz,
Or is that one just...
I'm gonna say, under the sheer epicness of what it just saw, this one recedes into the ground.
Okay.
This one watches what Athriel did and just goes, nope.
Fuck that noise.
Just like
My
the zombie,
mycelium
just like,
is done.
nope. Oh, okay.
No. These
Like,
two are like,
nope.
fuck you. The zombie has no ability to care or understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
The-
zombie just gonna like come for me and then just trip down the fucking side of the hill.
it'll probably tumble its way down. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Do a wheel.
Oh, you. What do I?
Yeah,
wanna
it's your
do?
turn. What do you want to do?
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, roughly right about 25 feet to the airship.
And feasibly, Fitz, you can roll me like an insight or sort of like essentially or an intelligence or something if you want to try and plan, make a plan of action in this moment. You're welcome
Yeah,
to try.
yeah, let me roll, I guess I'll roll an investigate. It's a 14 plus 1, 15.
What are you trying to investigate?
I guess like one if like the ship is it's just like down, like no engines on or anything. It's just sat there.
It looks functional.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks functional. It's just sat there.
Okay. And then I guess like the path. Do I still see the big hunk of metal man over here?
I mean, you see this dude here.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. Because wasn't he like a living armor?
Yeah, he's living armor. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But yeah, the ship looks like it works fine.
Okay. Cool. What do? Living armor. I don't know what I can really do against it.
Well, I mean, like if we can get that ship running, considering
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the seemingly great number of things converging on our location.
Right. Then yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a beeline for the ship and just see if I can get it up and going.
Yeah, sure. So the entrance is on, on the side of the armor. If you want to go like straight for it, you will encourage an attack of opportunity.
Okay. If he's gonna be in my way, I might as well just go up to him and just kind of see if I can mix his shit.
I think he could get there without walking next to it.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if I do
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30...
Yeah, you
So
just
if
have
I
to
went,
go.
yeah, if I went like,
It is arm. Go ahead.
1, 2,
yeah, cause say I went like this and then do.
5, 6.
It does have 10 feet of reach
Oh,
on one of its attacks.
Oh.
On its
Oh,
its
what the
halberd.
fuck?
okay,
It's
well,
holding it as a halberd. I
there-
rolled a d8 to see what weapon it had, and it got a 3, which was a halberd on my little list.
okay.
How dare you?
Wait 1 sec.
Well,
Here, let me see.
even
Because it might wait, because I could be wrong. I'm gonna roll. I'll roll d4.
Mhm.
I'll decide now, because I never actually specified on the little sheet if that was for the zombie or the living armor. We'll
well,
see.
so here's the thing though. So
If I will
it doesn't
say,
matter
well,
because
also
it was for the
because
zombie.
okay,
what?
because
Yeah,
like
so-
the thing is that you would only provoke an opportunity attack when you're moving out of its weapons range, not into it.
That's true. Well, because
Yeah.
it looked as if he would. Because if he's here, he's within 10 feet. But if he's at like this sort of supposed entrance,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it's fine. I rolled a d4 just to be more. Because again, that's egg on my face for not writing down my notes. Like, oh, this is for the zombie. This is for the guy. I rolled a 4, so the zombie has the halberd.
Okay. Because I was gonna say like I have danger sense, so if it tried to attack me, I could like dodge out of the way. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll end up.
All of my little guys. I should have had better notes. None of them get to attack anybody. Fuck!
You fool!
I just want everybody
Oh.
dead.
That's another egg on
No,
your
fuck.
face.
My D-
Oh no, your date.
fuck
Oh,
off.
so they're
What-
just
what's up,
standing around. I'm just saying, so
Uh,
they're just standing around.
In this moment, I guess, yeah. He like neither can really do anything. This guy has his little halberd, but what does that do right now?
Could impale
Speaking,
himself.
I'm gonna forget about paper notes on this. I'm just gonna give him a halberd real quick. One sec.
um,
Okay, and I'm gonna give the other guy his long sword.
long sword.
So +2 or +1, +2. All right. So, Fitz, you are able to walk straight to the little entrance of this ship, and you are able to essentially just. The door looks unlocked, like you just sort of crank it open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're at the end of your movement in this moment.
Okay.
But yeah, you at the end of your movement, you crank the door open, and you get to peer inside this not really crash landed so much as just like emergency landed
Right.
ship. It looks like they were just lost, and they were like, "Where did we go?"
I guess as I'm like peering inside of it, can I roll like an insight to see like what's really in here, or like, or
With that, I mean, you didn't attack, so yeah, you can use your action to roll a insight, investigate, perception, whatever you want in this case.
actually, I think I'll roll a perception on it. Whew, that's a 19, so plus 10, 29.
Yeah, Fitz. So with an insight of 29, firstly,
Perception. Oh,
perception.
yeah.
Was it perception? Okay.
Yeah, I rolled perception
Alright.
because insight's a plus 4.
On a 29 perception, first off, you don't. It doesn't look like anybody has been here since this thing was landed.
Mhm.
But also you like sort of like looking around. The fuel is not very full. It's
Okay.
enough to probably take off and get moving somewhere. How long you can actually stay in the air in this thing is
It's the real testament.
it's a matter of sheer will to keep it in the air
Mm.
for
Would
more
it
than like
accept
a half hour.
oil?
This is a like that's the equivalent. Austin, let me ask you something. Would your car accept oil randomly?
I
Would
mean,
your car
maybe
accept lamp oil?
not.
No, this is like a proper refined machine that's like, oh yeah, we need like diesel or some sort of like refined like spirits. Almost like a clarified spirit could have helped you here. Fitz, yeah, you're looking at it. The fuel looks low. The actual like controls are a little bit foreign to you, not too terribly, but this is like a commercial, like small commercial ship rather than a proper like big one. You feel like you could figure it out pretty easily. Along with that, the engine, like looking back at it, it doesn't look broken. It does look slightly damaged now that you're like getting a closer look. But you imagine it can get you off the ground and going somewhere.
Okay.
With that done, unless there's anything you want to say, like to Athriel, before the end of your turn, we're good to move on to the next in turn order.
I think I'm good. I don't think I need to do or say anything else.
Okay. Yeah, moving from Fitz, the little zombie man is gonna make his little turn. Little zombie.
Oh man.
Oh man. And yeah, he's just a zombie. There's nothing interesting about him. He is. Very much like a Plants vs. Zombies, just saying zombie out of nowhere.
Zombie. What's in your head?
In your head, in your.
Zombie.
Zombie.
Ayo. Megan's fucking losing her mind in chat.
I love my life. Truly, I have elected to spend my Wednesday night the best way.
You have done that
Okay.
yourself.
We're gonna go ahead and quickly roll. It's gonna roll an athletics check just to see if we can get down this little hill without incurring any problems. I'm just going with the first number that it rolls on any of these, so it's fine. It's not rolling with advantage or disadvantage. It's just getting its first number. And I will say that's for anything. So if at any point, like keep me honest on this, first number on any of these. So first one here's a 16. First and last one was 14. If you ever see me taking the second one, and it's not disadvantage,
I'll slap you.
just call me out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is it begins to move towards you. It's got 20 feet of movement. So that's one, two.
Whenever it moves into my weapon's range, I'm gonna do something.
Okay. I mean, it absolutely does.
Alright, I'm going to use my brace maneuver, which basically
Okay.
allows me to make an opportunity attack on something that's moving into my weapon's range.
Hell yeah, go for it.
So, I'm going to make a greatsword attack, and this is going to get an extra d10 of damage. So that is 19 slashing damage.
Absolutely hits.
Plus the other amount of fire, yeah?
Yeah, +2 on the fire. It's not susceptible to fire damage. This is a normal like zombo. But it definitely takes it. It looks immediately semi-fucked up.
Bing.
It immediately looks like it's about to collapse. Like, not great, I will add. Also, sorry, I know it's very bright over here on this.
Yeah. You flashbang
I'm
yourself?
actually seeing... No, I'm seeing something, because there is a thing. Okay. Okay. So, Athriel.
Yes.
It's going to go ahead and make a attack here. Also, I need to probably have it. I just want... Where's Query Advantage? Let me just do that, please. Good God.
Oh.
There we go. Query Advantage. And that makes it easier. Sorry about that. It's going to roll with its halberd. It has 2 attacks. It's going to truly attempt to fuck you up to some degree. Come on, nat 20.
Ding.
Mhm.
He just sort of like knocks it out of the way.
Just...
No, just like like one hand, like with one hand on his greatsword, just ting. You have to try better than that.
If it could speak, it would go, "Urgh, shit."
Ooh.
Exactly.
It's gonna roll again. Yeah, no chance.
Ding.
By the way,
This time I
Athriel,
kind of slap it in the nose a little bit, just like.
it has. I will literally say it's so low on health that any actual amount of slappage would kill this thing. It looks truly like it has died twice. Only thing it can do now is it's gonna try as like just a the only thing it can even try and do is just be like not die.
In.
But you know, its turn is over. I mean, what else can it do? We move on to the living armor. Here's a question. Who would it elect to go against here? It can clearly see who fucked up, like, the person it was with, or the thing it was with. I think more so it goes for what's closest. It's not exactly an intelligent creature. It's going to immediately go into your range, Fitz, and
Yeah.
as you're, like, looking into this ship, you just hear...
Okay, so I really don't. I was gonna say, like, I was gonna just use my, like, danger sense, but if I can, like, fucking hear it, I can just hear, like, ka-thunk, ka-thunk.
It is a set of plate armor. Of course you can hear it.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well.
But, yeah, absolutely. How's your danger sense work, my boy?
Danger sense, second level you gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should. Never mind, I was thinking of something different about those. Or, are they as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger.
Ah. Where in God's name did we set that?
Oh,
I feel like an idiot.
that was, that's part of Barbarian.
I see it.
You have
Sorry,
advantage
I'm an
when dex save throws against effects you can see, such as, okay. It's like, you can't be
Okay.
blindfolded, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Fitz.
Mhm.
It's going to run up in this case, and yeah, you absolutely can hear it coming up on you.
Mhm.
In this specific moment, I'm looking to make sure. Okay, so it's got multi-attack plus it's got an attack from its master. Okay, interesting. It's going to raise two-handed with its longsword and just try and attack you.
Can I do just kind of like try to dodge out of the way, like do like a little rolling dodge,
It is.
or can I block or?
Do you even have anything for that? Because I think normally speaking,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to be a badass when I don't have the traits.
just the exact wrong class to even try and just like I'm gonna dodge. I'm trying to.
I can't dodge. You try to dodge, you fall on your bagpipes.
You try and dodge. You hear.
Oh no, my accordion!
That was 50 GP!
Fuck
God!
off.
Ah,
Everything is dumb.
fuck.
Making sure that
At the very
everything's
least,
right
can
here.
I at least like turn around and maybe like attempt to take one of my swords out and just try to block?
Try.
Or-
I mean, we will flavor that as like if it doesn't hit, that's absolutely what you do.
Okay, cool.
Like you get your sword out trying to go against it. Either it just slashes straight into you as you go to turn, or
Mhm.
you block it.
Let's find out.
Let's go ahead and roll its attack. Clearly that wasn't queried, but it's going to take the 12. It's not going to take the nat 20, because like I said,
First one.
it's going to take the first number.
Yeah.
So, also, I almost forgot, but I need to go ahead and set that to query advantage as well. Yeah, on the first attack, though, it goes like, and you just immediately shing up against it. Very immediately lucky, as you watch, like, it was aiming straight for, like, your shoulder, like, down into your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that happens, piloting this thing will be a bit hard.
I imagine.
I didn't say advantage toggle, I said query. That is its first attack of 3.
I didn't see the first set of armor in the church, did I?
No, you did not. You,
That's-
you
yeah.
know there was a new tree there when you woke up.
No, there was a tree there, but I didn't see the armor. Okay, got it.
It's going to attempt again at the very least. It's going to go ahead and with an 11, it also doesn't hit.
Okay.
Another and just fully doesn't do anything. And it's going to sort of like clearly like something with no intelligence and still visibly frustrated. It's going to come down with just one hand with its longsword, attempt to do something. Misses. What is up with my rolls tonight? Gang.
I love that. Just boom, boom, fuck. God damn it.
You visibly watch its whole body like collapses for a second out of frustration, and then it comes back up into the armor.
If it could go into a rage out of just sheer.
You actually watch. This is so silly. You just feel its hand like reach into your bag. It pulls out a Sharpie and goes. Pulls the shoulders. It's still angry eyebrows.
Okay, he's pissed.
Okay, I get it. You're Meryl Streep.
Fuck, I've seen this movie before.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Gandalf the Grey. I know this character. Yeah, Fitz. It misses both times. You both have made a sort of like conceited effort to make sure that you mentioned deflecting. And yeah, you deflected him. And it's on to Athriel. Your turn.
Sword. I sword.
You sword.
Yeah.
I think Athriel
Yeah.
swords.
Absolutely. Athriel's immediately dead.
I just sort of like lop its head right off and plant my boot into its chest and kick it into the bushes.
Jesus.
The body dies. The head just sits there going. "Arr."
On my way over to deal with this armor, I just kind of kick it like a soccer ball.
Roll me a quick, oh, sorry. Roll me a quick strength check.
Can I do athletics?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
You send the head sailing through the armor, giving it disadvantage on this its next turn.
Phew, ping.
The armor is literally like picking itself back up.
Oh wait,
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
and
When,
then
when it's like through
I'll
the,
go ahead and take two more my other two attacks on the armor.
What's up, Ian?
I was gonna say like instead of like going through the head just like splats on the armor, just like disintegrate.
Yeah.
Like it just
Right,
hits like a
so-
watermelon. It just
26 for 26 for 13 slashing, 2 fire damage,
Yeah, absolutely hits.
and 33 for 18 slashing with 2 fire damage.
Yeah, so 15 and 20, so it's still alive but barely.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Yeah, you can see it sort of like shuddering as it stands there. Its whole body is sort of like struggling to stay together.
I don't believe in.
Shut up. Trying to keep
Still
itself together.
I still have a bonus action I could use. Do I have any spells that require just a bonus action? I think the only spell that I have that requires that's just a bonus action is just Misty Step, I think. Bloodburn is one action. It wouldn't work anyways, I don't think. Animate Blood is a bonus action, but I don't think that's worth it.
Hey, you sit down with the Disney executives and you animate your blood.
no, you fool.
Wow, mister!
No, they don't animate.
Aw.
They don't animate anymore.
Ian, don't remind me.
I'm sorry.
Atlantis, the Lost Empire, is truly the Lost Empire.
Yeah, I think I'll just end my turn.
Dumb, stupid
I don't have anything else to
baby!
do.
Stupid fucking
Absolutely.
baby! Fucking
Moving on from your
idiot.
turn, sort of like as the just like hastily sharpied helmet turns to you with anger. Your turn, Fitz. You're looking into the inside of the ship. I'll say in this moment, by the way,
Mhm.
with your essentially your entire turn's worth of actions, you can likely get this ship started up and ready to go,
Mhm.
or you can focus on stopping the last of your enemies. You also
I
do
mean,
know, like audibly, there are other creatures heading this way.
Yeah. It.
I mean, I think I've got this covered.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna
say
I'm gonna jumpstart this bitch.
Absolutely. And jumping into the ship, by the way, I don't think that you're going to be able to leave its affected range, so you're good to just head in.
Okay. I don't know, just
Yeah, we'll just say that you're in there.
yeah. Just boop.
And yeah, as you head into it, Fitz, there's a lot of unfamiliar controls here, and there's some that are more so like something you kind of get. My
Why
question
can't
to you is, are you, so like, you know, there's like navigation, there's like the ability to like start this up.
Mhm.
You can check and see if there's any supplies here that could help you figure out what you're doing, so you maybe get advantage on figuring this out. What are you looking to do?
Can I look for like an odorous manual of sorts?
Please roll me an investigation check.
I feel like as Fitz gets into this thing, it's like, why can't all ship interiors be the same? This is like the third time that I've had to try to jumpstart a ship that has different controls. Fuck.
That is true, actually, yeah.
Like, god damn it. The 12. It was a investigate or?
You said investigate.
Oh yeah, investigate. So it's a 13. Sorry.
Fitz, with a 13, there's probably an owner's manual somewhere in here. It would take probably your whole turn to find it, though.
Oh fuck that noise! I'm just
You
gonna.
don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, no. It's like it's not in the immediate area. It's there's no. It's not in the upper
You're
glove
sort
box. It's
of,
just.
Yeah, you're on like the upper glove box. You're looking around, looking through all the compartments. The only compartment you don't look at in this immediate area is the normal glove box, but you don't think about that until after it happens.
Yeah, that's actually how it normally goes for me. I look everywhere but the one spot that it's going to be in.
That's exactly what happens right now. And Fitz, so then, yeah, you can try and get this thing started up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that with, we'll call it, I mean, it's a piloting check, but what that would actually be for you here, we'll call it sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand? Okay. That is a...
Wait, aren't there like 2 civvies in the ship right now?
There's a civvy that's trying to, that was like heading for the ship, that died the moment it got into range of the armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even think I did a roll off, like, literally sitting right here. They rolled a 4, and I was like, they're dead.
Yeah, there's that civvy right there.
Yeah, they're dead. The moment they got close to anything,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah. That is a... Sleight of hand. 14?
With a 14 fits. Also, roll me an intelligence check just to see what you what you figure out in this moment.
Intelligence, okay, so that's an 8 minus 1, 7.
You begin to get stuff figured out. In this moment, you're sort of prioritizing, like figuring out figuring out what to do here. You sort of like starting around, figure out like, okay, it's definitely parts. It's getting this done, getting that done. Begin like turning like not wrenches, like winches to get like the sails going, getting everything set up. It's a bit slow going, I will say. You begin to like work to get like the coal fire going, getting like this actually like working. It's got like a coal starter, but the actual ship is running on like this much fuel.
Right.
But yeah, you're getting it started. You imagine probably like one more turn to get this properly going.
Got it.
As you begin to like shovel coal in and begin to get that going. Athriel, you can hear Fitz frantically shoveling coal.
Come on, come
All
on.
right.
Fuck, go.
Athriel is focused on killing this guy the rest of the way.
That is true, Fitz. Like what Athriel hears that says.
Why won't this thing turn on?
Start. You're gonna flood it. Stop. I'm not gonna flood it. Shut up, Gretchen. Ah, it's flooded. Damn it. Why didn't you tell me?
Truly, whoever could have seen this coming.
What the fuck?
Megan dead.
What?
Megan, no.
No.
Anyway,
Megan, stop dying.
so
Megan.
Fitz, that's essentially your 2 actions for your turn have been used.
Okay. Trying to
We'll move on
hotwire.
to the living armor. Yes, you struggle to hotwire this because the guy with the keys ran away.
HOTWYRE, hotwire.com.
I hate you. I hate you so much. We're going to move on to the living armor, who is going to roll. We're going to check this out. What is your armor class, by the way, Athriel?
20.
Yeah, so he's got to get I think a nat 20. He'll try with his 2-handed run first. Yeah, 19 does not do it for him.
Ding.
Yeah, again, dinks off. He'll try one-handed for a second one. Oh.
This poor guy.
Never mind, it's fine. He goes to like do that, and he just like shings off like straight through a piece of his armor, dealing yet another hit point of damage, leaving him at a sliver of health. It's like,
All right.
one more attempt with a 2-handed, just to see. No.
I was gonna say it's another nat 1.
So tempted for him to instead try and fight Fitz, knowing he can't dare hurt Athriel. I'm also going to roll like on his turn, I guess I will roll for his allies.
He already tried attacking me a couple of times, and he stole my Sharpie.
Okay. So that's a 12 on that. So his allies are not here yet. You hear the distant roars continue. This guy Fitz, you just hear ting 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 ting, ting from outside.
Doing great, buddy. Keep it up.
And it's on to your turn, Athriel.
Sword, sword, swordly sword, 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 sword.
Please roll sword.
Wait! Should I just waste a spell slot here and just magic missile him to get this over with?
You can magic missile to kill him.
I feel like either way, he's toast. Because if he's got like an ass hair of health left, then like, you know.
As long as with your attack rolls, Austin, I think that you're gonna kill him on the first try.
Yeah. Here, let's take a look. Shit, that's like, it's only a 4. Is that a hit? I guess that's
It's not a hit now.
Alright.
I think that's a hit. Yeah, that is a hit. Oh, so he's dead.
Alright.
You cleave through. You cleave into him and like expecting the whole thing to collapse. He sort of holds strong like a knight would, which sucks for him as you cleave through the armor.
Ding! Yeah.
It sort of goes from like a ting to a like
Jesus.
full can opener. It falls split down the middle. Whatever soul is in there has left in pieces. As this thing is gone.
I'm gonna do my best to help Fitz.
It may be gone, but its eyebrows still remain.
I'll kill you. Go in, and we will actually say that.
Fuck.
Yeah, going forward, Fitz, you're getting the help action. Go ahead and roll another sleight of hand.
And I'm getting advantage.
Yes.
All right. That's a 21, or it rolled a 16, but it's 21. That is a 6. So it'd be a 9.
So with a 21.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and roll me a strength check. That also with advantage.
Okay.
Considering he has 2 actions, I'll give him that.
What if you connect the red piece to the yellow piece?
Athriel is talking about the air conditioning. He doesn't know that, but you know that.
Would you stop popping out of the goddamn thing? What? Where did my die go? No, okay, no, fuck it. I got a spare right here. No, fuck you. Don't roll for me.
Oh no, I'm rolling something else.
Okay. Try a different one here. Okay, you said strength, that is... rolled a 10, so that's a 12. It's a 7, so a 9.
Okay, so with a 21 and a 12, firstly, you get the engine like started and going, and get everything sort of semi-figured out, in seconds. Athriel gets in there and is like looking around, and essentially there are a ton of moments where it's like this is a 2-person job. There's supposed to be 2 people working while somebody's starting to drive. Having you both here, getting this all started up, sets it in motion immediately. There are just a few like valves you need to turn as it starts up, and immediately you hear the hiss of steam and the crackle of arcana as the semi-damaged engine begins to whir to life. With a slow, it begins to get ready to take off. With a strength of 12, Fitz, you hurry to the pilot's seat. It's like this little bench seat with like a really heavily like set control.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling up as heavily as you can, you feel it begin to sort of like teeter as it begins to start to hover off the ground. The engine's damaged, and so you are actually pulling the actual physical weight of the rudder to get this thing moving. You are a barbarian. You're not an original. You don't really need to be in this moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yanking as hard as you can, you have not quite been able to pull hard enough.
Is there any way I can help with that?
I was just about to say, Athriel, can you go ahead and roll me a strength check as well?
Alright. Can I use athletic?
No.
Oh.
That is not what he said. pulling, not running. What the fuck?
So that's 2
I'm gonna-
people. Go ahead.
I'm gonna add some knowledge from a past life.
How in God's...
Fuck, man.
Knowing how to use my muscles.
fair enough.
Knowing how to properly lift something. So 16?
Yeah, this one time I picked up a really big chicken.
So I'll say this. Fitz.
Yeah.
Athriel begins to help you, and you feel like you could get this thing to take off with his help right now. The major question, so you guys, for the entirety of however long this thing can fly, will have to work in tandem if you require his help in this moment.
Okay.
So me trying to be very nice as Damien, I'm asking you both, Fitz, in this moment, do you accept help?
Yes, I accept help.
Athriel, you jump in and you sort of grab from behind, like very much like in Ghost, like your hands are on top of his hands. You're both like sort of making the vase. You grab on and you begin to pull with him. It takes every muscle. You feel every muscle in your body tense as you pull as hard as you can. And finally you hear a sort of as the back, you watch a shadow of a rudder pull down, and the whole thing begins to lift off the ground, just as you hear the roars and the galloping of, like, on hands and knees approach you both. Out the front of the machine, you see many dark figures and suits of living armor and, like, zombified creatures and this crawling, trawling mass of mycelium, all making its way toward the 2 enemies that it was made aware of, who slayed their friend. You both lift off into the air. We are out of combat for the moment, but we're clearly not done with initiative. You both lift off the ground, and you begin to sort of like fly off to the best of your ability. For the moment, we will go back to the wooded map. Fitz.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Okay.
In this moment, you're the one who's flying. You don't have all the insights that Athriel does, like as to where Arcana would be or where to go. So I'll ask you to roll me a Insight, Investigate, or Arcana, whichever one that you would prefer right now, knowing that they will all give you something different.
Okay. Let me roll. Let me roll Insight.
Okay.
So Insight 4. That is a 9. So.
Well, so I'm also
13.
going to roll you both a luck check.
Yeah, so it's a 13.
13. Fitz, you know what you're supposed to be doing, like according to the town. More like finding the source of all of this. You can see, by the way, from this high up, there are some areas where the trees get like really quite tall. And in those areas, you can kind of see under the canopy, you see piles of corpses in some places. Of just like, people got stuck here, and now they are stuck here for real. Briefly, you get a glimpse of that river that you had been at, and it's just this brief moment of, from here, you're kind of far away from the glamour of it. So you see, instead of just like what you saw before, without any reflection visible to you, you see black, sort of like black waters, pitch and murky.
Oh.
Crawling, and you actually watch at one point it like reaches out and snatches down a bird.
Poor little
You
guy.
swam in that.
Oh. Athra, why didn't you stop me from going in that?
You're both struggling with your struggle. It's like, Athriel, why didn't you stop me?
No, I was sort of dealing with the temptation myself.
By the way, Athriel,
Yeah.
Fitz, I will quickly add, Fitz, you're aware of what you're supposed to be doing. In this
Yeah.
moment, you can't really tell where you're supposed to go, or like even where the church you guys started at was. Athriel, you're above the canopy right now. You always know where north is in this moment. Question for me, for you though, is can you roll me an Arcana check?
That I can do.
No, you can't use athletics.
15. Jesus, I'm not rolling. The past couple of rolls haven't been all that great.
You know where the
Past
biggest
two
roar
rolls
came
haven't
from,
been all-
and you know what you feel in your chest that it wants you to go somewhere. The best that you can say in this moment with your 15 is that the only real lead you have, besides just trying to find the church, is that your body is trying to pull you toward some sort of magic.
Is it wise to go towards that, though? That's the question.
That is the question, yes. And let me go ahead and give BMO more to play with. I think we're going to stick with this music for now. This kind of works.
Yeah, I like
You
it.
guys are in danger.
I'm in danger.
There we go. I mean, you could always flip a coin, Austin. But I feel
I
like
don't.
it's probably more down to what Athriel would think in this moment of, do I follow the magic or do I not follow the magic?
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Considering. I mean, considering the fact that it seems like a lot of the forest's baddies have been alerted to our presence, it might not be a wise idea to go
Fair.
towards this stuff, because that's probably where all these guys are coming from. I would think.
That's true. So more so, I will say, with your Arcana, you're not aware of specifically where you're aware of where it wants you to go. And at the very least, you feel as if as if you're being called. It's this weird sense of being called home.
Athriel knows that's. Well, does he know that's not his home? He feels like that doesn't. He feels as though that's not right.
I'm trying to think of what I would even try and use here to let you try and figure something out. I'm gonna see if it gives you anything here. Athriel,
Yeah.
the magic that you've been feeling and seeing around here is of old Valyria and is sort of those old Earth Magi and whatnot.
Right.
The lands that were transferred here are from old Valyria. There's a potential that the reason you're feeling that is it might be calling you to old Valyria.
Boy.
Or toward the closest source, the most similar source of that.
Maybe that could be a lead to follow later, but I think for now, Athriel's gonna keep that in the back of his mind. But
Absolutely.
that is definitely not to be trifled with yet.
And both of you can roll me another strength throw each.
Okay, that's an 18.
That's fine.
5, 7.
Oh
Wait,
Yeah.
are these meant to be saving throws?
no.
Oh, okay, alright.
One
Just
sec.
making sure. 'Cause you said throw, so.
That is a nat 1 for the ship.
Oh,
So
fuck.
Fitz,
Yeah.
as you hit a 7, which is I think 8 below the standard DC here.
Fuck.
Yeah, given that you're the one doing turning and whatnot, with a 7, Athriel, you pull up with an 18. You sort of feel like, oh, we got this, and then Fitz just sort of drops it.
Oh,
The
no.
entire ship drops 20 feet suddenly. You feel the tops of trees scratch and drag and claw off parts of the ship a little bit. Beneath you, in the rear, you watch as some pieces of the bottom of the ship yank off as they catch on branches, and you can suddenly see the ground through the back of the ship a little bit. The ship is going to quickly take... This ship has less than 100 points of health, I will add. It immediately takes 22 points of damage. As you hear its engine just go... as it begins to sputter.
Oh,
And yeah, you are dragging along the tops of trees a little bit as you go. Sort of sputtering and smoking.
Now I do have guidance.
You can absolutely try and cast
Could've-
guidance.
I could have been doing that this whole time. I mean, if I'm able to do that, it is like one action to do it.
What's the components? Verbal, somatic. What's up?
Just verbal somatic. I just have to say a thing and touch.
And
I'm already like holding on to Fitz's hands, aren't I?
yeah, so that's perfect. No, that's what I was asking.
So that'd
yeah,
be
you're
really easy.
yeah. You both are working together to make this beautiful bit of pottery, like in Ghost. So,
So I think if I can, I'm just gonna be. Is it costing me an action to make these checks, or?
the Arcana was free. I'm gonna say that in this moment, yeah, you can definitely cast guidance.
Well, I mean, like these strength checks.
The strength checks are an action, yeah.
Oh. I don't know about that then.
So there is a matter of you could see if Fitz rolls good enough on his next strength to allow you to cast guidance. With his current luck, you might still have a ship by the end of it.
Do we want to test fate?
I don't know how much I want to test fate. This isn't lucky we're talking about.
Also, I'm looking
Well,
at guidance real
okay,
quick. I'm
well-
using your
How
stuff
dare
for
you.
that.
Okay, then what do we have to test that's in Athriel's favor then? The skull on
my
your hip? I don't know.
strength. No, my +5 strength.
I will say, in this moment, Athriel.
Yeah.
Between the two of you, by the way, Fitz.
Mhm.
I can check one thing real quick
Okay, check your thing.
because Damien kind of also taking a thing to check some stuff.
Yeah.
Fitz.
Yeah.
You go into a rage.
Okay. Just.
The ship literally is about to nosedive into a tree. As we go into the next sort of like turn order, like you guys were sort of in like semi upward flight, and when you dropped it, you went like this.
Oh fuck! So it's like straight nosedive then.
Yeah, as we jump into the next bit, you go into a full rage. Roll a strength check with advantage, because Athriel, in this specific moment, neither of you know where you're supposed to be going. You are very much going to need to put some effort into trying to figure out where the fuck to go before you guys crash land on like 5 minutes of fuel.
I'm gonna go ahead and just roll 3 d20s here. So that's
how advantage works.
Well, look. I'm deciding to actually use my brain for once, which is...
Good job.
Yeah, thanks. And that was strength with advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so one's an 18, so that's a 20. And then the other's a 13, so it's 15.
20 is enough.
So dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 24.
Dirty 20.
Fits with a dirty 20. You're able to yoink like back a little bit. And as you do, you sort of like narrowly arc right beside this tree that easily like swipes off part of the sail. As you sort of like haphazardly tip into the sky a little bit further. Athriel.
Yeah.
You don't know how this machine works because you don't see any birds that could be lifting you at the moment. But other than that,
Certainly do not.
on more important matters, you also don't see through the canopy beneath you.
Fuck.
It's a matter of understanding, or lack thereof. You can try and roll me a history check to see if you remember even where you would need to go here. You know your cardinal directions at least, which could be
21.
an actual help. With a 21 on history, Athriel,
Yes.
where is it that you want to find yourself right now?
Would the church be a good idea?
There are.
Or
there are
wait.
Go ahead.
Oh no, wait. No, we probably can't go back to the town.
No, unless we want to, lose our heads.
Yeah, lose our heads.
So, not viable. Try again.
The church
Uh,
might. Wait, hold on. The church might be a good idea because maybe we can harvest some more of that sap and see if we can jerry rig it into like fuel or something.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna roll something. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It doesn't feel like this ship is going to take off again once it lands.
Fuck.
It really doesn't feel like this ship is going to be going anywhere again. It would have been fine if if like an experienced team had taken off with it, but you guys were frantically running away from something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Okay.
So I guess it's either the church or towards the tugging.
There is a third option that I'm sure Fitz would probably like right now, which is his home, but that's like a fully different situation.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like.
I mean, would we have enough to get there?
No.
You don't know if you have enough to get anywhere, so it's really a question of what you want to how far you want to push your luck.
Yeah, it's like which direction do we want to crash land, and which direction would be viable?
You're sort of looking at
Like-
three different directions directly, like in your line, in your like direct 180-degree line of sight.
I mean, getting back towards your hometown, that kind of like maybe that opens up the rest of the world back to us and like an escape line.
Fair.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, we're probably not too concerned about this town anymore. After all, they're trying to take our heads off.
I mean,
so.
to be fair, yeah, but there's still one or two people there that don't want to lob our heads off, you know?
More so, and I will add this just so that I suppose more so that Athriel and Fitz are aware just as much as Ian and Austin are aware. This is a spreading corruption from a place that shouldn't be able
Right.
to spread it here. There is an idea, at least for
Okay.
Athriel, at least, this is likely to become a bigger problem if left to fester. Like, them bringing it to your attention is great, but if you were, like, still a knight, you imagine you would have been here by now, stopping something.
Yeah.
Which is why I've been trying to say, like, while I want to just head in the direction of home, I don't feel that it's right to just kind of leave this to its own devices. So, like, we
Right.
kind of owe it to kind of, at least put
I
a
mean-
Band-Aid on this for a second
Yeah.
and see what happens, but,
I mean, if your home is nearby anyways, we could use that to rally and then go and solve it again. Like go out again to solve it.
Right, but there's still the issue of, like, it takes two rally people, and whether...
Well, no. I mean, like so that we can rally.
Okay.
Just like the two of us,
Okay.
so that maybe we can like
You-
rest or something.
You can certainly try and roll. Now, again, there's a matter of like seeing how far you guys can actually get. There's a likelihood that y'all will find yourselves still in these woods, no matter which direction you go.
Right.
Right.
I'll let you both roll me an insight to see which is closest, and me as DM will give you the information of which is closest and which is safest, depending on these rolls.
Is that insight?
Just tell me which you would like, what you would prefer on that insight. Do you, Athriel, you absolutely get that?
All right.
Would you prefer to know which one is closest or which one is safest?
Honestly, I feel like given our current situation, kind of safest.
The safest possible bet, in your opinion right now, might actually be the unknown. The reason I bring that up is because two things. In this specific moment, you are still being chased by something.
Right.
A lot of something. The church is a wide open space with a few dilapidated walls. Getting there may just mean that you have sealed your own tomb in something that's already been destroyed.
Right.
Alternatively, heading toward a town of some sort could potentially lead this stuff to spread even further.
Okay.
Heading towards something, you don't know what it is, you don't know where it is. No matter what you do, you see a bad option.
All right. So I guess it's the unknown. At least
Fitz.
that's what I'm gonna think.
Yeah, I rolled a 12. 16?
With a 16, would you like to know what is closest or what is safest?
Closest.
In your mind right now, what feels closest, like from your, like you recognize some areas to some degree. You even recognize that little stream. Closest to you right now is definitely the church. What's left of the church is definitely closest because you can sort of make out to some degree. Furthest away is your home. You know that it's miles off. It's nearer the coast, which you can't currently see.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a ways off, at least. Somewhere in the middle has to be whatever Athriel is feeling. But that's more a question of, that's an unknown distance again.
Right.
Given that combined knowledge, Damien wants to essentially ask you and Austin, what would you both like to do now? In this moment of true danger, with a ship that is on a second Nat 1, about to crash.
I say we go towards the unknown.
Yeah.
Fitz.
Yep.
In a rage, that poor ship. I really feel so bad on it. I mean, it has a plus 12.
It deserved
on
better
these
than
checks,
us.
and it got 2 Nat 1s in a row. If it rolled anything else, it would have succeeded.
It wasn't meant
2.
to be. It wasn't meant to be.
It looks cool. I picked it specifically because I wanted to give you a little airship, and fuck me.
Hey man,
Fitz,
I mean sometimes rule cool, you know, just
fair. You rip back, trying to keep this thing in the sky, trying to get it higher in the sky.
right.
And as you do, you hear behind you on another Nat 1. That's a strength save from the ship, trying itself to sort of keep in the air. On a Nat 1, it fails its strength save, and you feel that little rudder that's kind of keeping your pitch elevated.
Yeah.
You go, and it snaps in half. And you watch behind you as the rudder snaps off and falls away, along with 2 of the aft sails, as you watch the entire lifting mechanism for this thing gone. You have pitch and yaw control to some degree. You were able to sort of turn it. But as you feel the bottom suddenly very easy to move, it's suddenly just no strength required to go on the entire ability to lift the ship. I will let you do one more piloting check in this regard, which we will call in this case, Fitz. I'm going to go ahead and roll this. It would normally be something like sleight of hand. But in this specific case, I think we're looking at something a bit more tactile.
Okay.
Fitz.
Can I be helping in any way?
You are giving him the help action, yes.
Okay, alright.
Fitz, go ahead and roll an athletics check with advantage.
Gotcha.
You're rolling essentially for the ship's athletics.
Okay.
And you have +4. Or +6, I think.
Athletics is a +4.
Okay, +4.
Alright, into both the eyes.
2 Nat 1s.
Ooh, no, close to it. One is a 3 and one is a 6.
Oh.
This poor fucking ship, man.
No, poor you guys, Ian.
I mean, that too. But still. Alright, hit me. 1, 3,
Suck.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Highest is a 10. Oh god, we're
Okay,
about to
first
fucking
need to
biff
roll.
it. Oh, I hate that.
Okay. This was a disadvantaged roll for your luck in this moment. Actually, I need to keep the oxygen close because I'm about to need to grab. I'm about to need to grab about a handful of dice.
Oh, I hate that. Oh.
Let me get my little mimic full of dice.
Hmm.
Let me go ahead and grab
I've
my
seen that
stuff.
thing. God, the amount of dice that's in that thing.
D8, D8, D8.
Oh God.
Your ship is going to roll I'm going to quickly roll percentile for the health of your ship to see if it even survives this fall.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Impossible. Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, you shouldn't have even tried.
I just wanted to see if it might have. If it got between a 90 and 100, it would have been fine.
Yeah, no, but.
And one more, my boy. There you go. That is for y'all's personal damage, including. There are the last two. Okay. Fitz.
Yeah.
As you struggle to direct this thing in any way possible, really, there's only a momentary decision that you can try and make, and I'm gonna ask you what you want to do here, Fitz. You see a clearing potentially in the distance. It looks like an area that doesn't have anything in it. It looks like grass. Looks pretty decent. It's surrounded by trees, which means you're left like essentially open for someone or something to see you, but you're also less likely to take damage in falling there. Comparatively, you can crash into the woodlands. There's some areas where the trees fall low, and you guys could probably get out of the ship, but you feel like the ship will be torn apart on falling down. The question is truly how survivable it'll be. You're both at full health. Less likely for something to end your lives, but very likely to find yourselves lost a little bit. My question for you, Fitz, is do you go for either of these, or do you just allow this to fall?
I say I want to take the safer bet.
Which would that be for you?
I guess will give us like the least amount of damage, so I guess like the clearing.
Okay. 1 sec. I'm going to roll 8 just to see how this goes. Or let's again ask you guys, would you prefer 1 or 8 to be a good number? Essentially, do you want the scale to be ascending or descending and how bad this could be?
And maybe descending?
Okay, so 8 would be the good number.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case,
Mhm.
that's very standard. That's fine with me. This is a box of doom roll because there is a very good potential that this ship flips on the way down. Most of the parts are falling off of it, and in fact, Athriel, you don't know how this machine works. You're pretty sure the walls should be intact. They are not. You can also feel wind on your back, which doesn't seem like a good thing.
Yeah, no.
Just about to start going
That
into
is-
a barrel roll.
That's cocked. Okay. On a 6, you don't die. On
That's
a 6,
good.
though, Fitz,
Yeah.
you direct the ship, you pitch it, get it to turn just slightly, enough that it can start veering in a direction. And you hear the engine cut off, you watch it fall out the back, and you are suddenly in a moment of, there is a dome of glass directly in front of you. You feel like being in the pilot's seat right now is a bad idea.
Can I just back up?
Athletics check. I want that from you. Athriel, if you want to try and get anywhere in the ship right now where you think you might be safe, roll an athletics check as well.
What's it supposed to be?
Unless you just
Fitz
want to let
definitely-
yourself fall.
So does Fitz. So Fitz definitely has a lot less health than I do, right?
I mean, your health is pretty high for anybody.
Mhm.
Fitz has pretty decent health. Compared to you, it's like mid.
Yeah. So I rolled as.
So I honestly, I could just athletics to get Fitz out of the way. I feel like any damage that I take is gonna be less severe than whatever damage he takes.
You can certainly try.
Alright, so can I do an athletics check for that?
You sure can.
Alright,
I was gonna say I rolled a 7, so that's an 11.
20.
Okay, that beats
Uh,
that.
So Athriel,
Yeah.
there's not really a way you can make him safe here. Even if he lands on
Safer.
you, yeah, that's really the best thing you can think. Honestly, in this specific moment, Athriel,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you fully straight. In this exact moment, there are two places that you know of, one of which is very dangerous, is about to hit the earth very, very hard with speed, and it's going to drag you both there with speed as well. The other place is inherently safer.
Oh, wait a second, I'm still raging, right?
You're still raging.
Okay, so does that impact anything, or is it just...
You'll take half damage.
Okay, then... Okay.
Which is another thing that you know, Athriel, as you think to yourself, there's only one place that's truly safe, and that's in the air, free falling, because he won't be pulled with speed. There is a huge hole behind you that's just the back of the ship. You feel like probably the safest bet for him is throwing him out. That is the absolute safest bet for him right now.
Could I ask one thing real quick?
Go for it.
Are there still like
I know what I'm
sails?
gonna do.
Shush. Are there still like sails? Like, do I saw like, or are they just like completely gone? Or are they just like...
There are two sails that are sort of like freely billowing.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw him out the back, and then I'm gonna Misty Step on top of him.
Are you gonna fucking curb stomp me down?
No, I'm gonna make sure I don't curb stomp you. I'm gonna try to like maneuver myself out of curb stomping you, but it's the best thing I can think of because you are technically a point within range that I could see.
I...
Okay, that's gonna lessen this damage somewhat. Pulls 2 die off of that, and it pulls this one out as well. Okay, Athriel.
Yeah.
No rolls required. You surf him to the ground. Fitz, you feel yourself standing on solid ground, getting ready to move, and then you're sort of still in that stance of like, I gotta go.
What?
I'm falling.
You just full on Wile E. Coyote.
Fully. Yeah. You watch the ship in front of you, by the way, as it goes to like begin, like it's veering and it's about to crash.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like, and then levels out sort of for a second. It's still quite near you. I'm actually going to roll one last thing. For its lift. What's left of its engine does not explode. Fitz,
Yeah.
you are out of the ship. You are falling quite quickly. Athriel, go ahead and roll me a both of you roll me a dexterity save.
Oh,
As
God.
you throw yourself out with him.
Dexterity saves
Both of
are
you
the
with
bane of my
disadvantage.
existence.
With
Oh,
disadvantage.
God.
Fuck.
I'm definitely gonna
You
need
are
to
outside of the
Indomitable.
ship.
Okay.
You guys are above the canopy, so that's at least 100 feet in the
Okay.
air. I mean, it's gonna hurt.
That
And you're moving at full speed.
was
If I
18.
Indomitable, does that mean I
Indomitable.
reroll one of them, or just do another disadvantage roll? Hold on, let me read Indomitable. Let me make sure. You can reroll a saving throw that you fail. You must use the new roll.
So that would be
So
that would be your a new disadvantage roll.
I mean, I guess.
That's what I mean. It sounds like because it would still be a saving throw with disadvantage. One
Alright,
roll in
I
a
mean-
disadvantage save wouldn't be like a reroll, you know?
Yeah, so...
Okay. That was 2 18s in a row.
I also have to check.
So,
I
fuck
can
it.
add these two saving throws, can't
Uh,
I?
So wait,
So,
that would mean.
That's still 25. 25 both ends.
Oh,
Okay,
dude.
an ability check. Let me make an ability check that uses so. Oh, yeah, that's a 6.
Athriel.
Okay, yeah, I have to use that roll. Yeah, lay it on me.
Firstly, I'm going to roll. Fitz, you're the first one to hit the ground.
Ow.
Fitz was thrown out first. Athriel, you misty stepped out with him, trying to sort of ride him down. Fitz, you plummet
Maybe
to the
not
earth.
ride him down, more grab onto him, but
That's more what I mean. I'm actually going to say with that dexterity save of a 6, by the way, you go to grab him, you rather sort of push yourself off of him as you struggle to, like, catch yourself. You watch him begin to plummet. By the way, Fitz is sort of, like, still in a rage, so his body sort of plummets like a stone, just tumbling in the air. As he's just like...
Oh no, I'd go full Richard Geebles.
You lose your shit. Fitz crashes through a tree. The tree is gone.
Just obliterated.
The tree flies away. Fitz looks like made a little crater in this marshland. Fitz, I'm gonna go ahead and roll you some damage.
Hit me. Be gentle.
So 1 sec.
we lost Tiade
You take-
as well.
Corporate predator.
You take 35 damage.
And that's halved.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is halved.
okay.
Hot damn.
35
Doesn't
damage.
feel that.
Down to 17. Down half to 17, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's at. Okay, I thought that 30 was halved from something else. I'm like, oh fuck.
No, you didn't roll very much. Okay. A few things.
So there's
Athriel.
17. So
Yeah.
One, your save was low enough that as you're thrown out, the sort of like you sort of misty stepped, so there's no direction for your momentum that's like set on you anymore. So I'm going to roll you firstly a d8 to see where your momentum flings you.
Oh
On
god.
a 1 or an 8, you're following along with Fitz. On anything else, it's a different direction.
free falling.
Fitz plummets to the earth and crashes through a tree. Athriel.
Yeah.
Or Austin. On a D8,
Yes.
which 2 numbers do you want to be good for you?
4 and 5.
On a 2, Athriel, you plummet
Oh boy.
down into the earth at a terrible rate. You find yourself flung past where Fitz ended up, into the very field that is now full of wreckage. Flying down onto a bed of spikes, essentially.
Okay. God damn it, Solura, you dealt 4 damage to me. So I don't have my full hit points.
Athriel,
Yeah.
you take 45 damage. And I need to roll one more thing for your luck here as the destroyed ship, as it literally like crunches just before you impact. You watch the whole thing just and a small flame begin to erupt up. I'm gonna roll you a luck roll. And then we will be done with the ship. On this luck roll, you want anything above a 10. And I will allow you to silvery barbs if it is truly terrible. Athriel, I'm going to ask you, actually. I'm going to ask you in this specific moment. Because I'm not going to tell you what the roll was. I'm looking at it, I'm holding it in the exact way that I'm going to, and I'll turn it toward the camera whenever we've got it. Do you want to silvery barbs? Do you want to make this reroll?
Oh god.
Essentially, like looking out to the universe. Do you want to force the universe to reroll your fate?
God damn it!
Flip a coin.
1 to 2, yes. 3 to 4, no. No.
On a 2, you
Oh.
feel
Okay.
something wet on your side, and you see a noticeable glow of blue from that same side as you hear the crackle of fire beneath you. Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
Yeah, the noticeable cast of blue that takes a second, and Athriel, as you go, oh, Fitz, you watch a brilliant explosion of green flame.
Oh.
Athriel, you, in this moment as you were engulfed in flame, not dead, mind you, I'm going to roll some fire damage. I'm going to grab my other die. You feel you feel one of your bottles of your blade rub cracked, and as it catches on one of the little flames,
Oh.
ignites
Fuck.
the rest of the fuel across under you. That little bottle turning quickly into a very decent amount of flame. You recall they used to use this stuff to keep flames lit for weeks, and all of
Oh,
a sudden
God.
it is all lit up under you and all over you. First thing, Athriel, immediately you take 15 points of damage as it burns across your side. That's just because for each of these die, you're getting not a +1, but 2 of them you get a +2, and on a few others you get +3, which is great. 1 second. This is mostly D6s, so you should be okay. God, do I have enough D6s?
You want me to roll
It's
one?
enough D6s!
Oh. And I think we're good. Let's see if I have enough. 12. Yep, we're good. Mm. 44, 50. You, as the flames subside, Athriel,
Yeah?
you find yourself laying. How much health do you have right now?
110.
Still? Yeah.
Yeah?
You find yourself quite hurt, quite blackened. As you sort of like lay there, just like you sort of lift up your body crispy as you take a total of 75 damage from the explosion.
75, so 10, so 65, so... Wait, so 10, so 100 minus 65 is 45?
I believe so.
Oofa doofa.
You
I'm still
lift up.
sad.
Each of those dies had a little plus that I had to roll separately, so that was a little annoying. You get up. You have bits of metal sticking the entire way through you that you sort of like, that one doesn't come out this way. Sort of flings out the back of you. Your sword weirdly looks sort of like warped a little bit by the heat, but it's slowly coming back to straight.
Ding.
Athriel,
Yeah. More
you...
damage.
You're not taking more damage.
Okay.
I do need to roll you both something, one last thing before we jump into something else, because
God damn it.
because I was going to have y'all roll a stealth of some sort,
Mhm.
but with that luck of a 2 and the explosion that followed it, there is no
Okay,
chance of you both hiding this one out.
Oh no. No.
So, more so, it goes from being a question of that to how quickly Fitz can get up, how quickly you both can get the fuck out of here, where you guys are even going. Athriel, I believe we're going to the unknown. So in this case, Athriel, go ahead and roll me an Arcana with the knowledge that you're going to be needing to roll this with disadvantage, as you awaken and immediately are like, I gotta fucking run. Fitz, also give me an athletics check.
13.
Disadvantage or
Disadvantage. You just jumped out of a.
I didn't want to jump out, but
No, I'm saying
I'll
you
add
just
on-
jumped up from this.
oh yeah.
I added on a
that's-
d6, so it's a 15.
Got it.
It's a
Also, I will. Sorry. Go ahead.
10 to 14. 13.
Okay.
17.
So you get a 14, and then you get a 15. That's not bad.
But yeah. Yeah.
Fitz, with a 14, you're able to sort of like jankily. It hurts as you get up. You take another like 6 points of damage as you sort of cut yourself and pull. But jumping up, you're able to sprint as fast as you can toward the brilliant green flame, where you see Athriel standing in it, just sort of standing there. As you sprint in toward him, you both are able to take this briefest of moments to just take a deep breath, and I will add, as you know, me, Damien, kind of, you guys took about half the amount of damage you probably would have if you had stayed in the ship. There are a few things I didn't have to roll, and I'm glad for that. But yeah, there's a smoke signal going up for miles at this point. One of those bottles is a lot of fire. Athriel,
Yeah.
with a 15, you see Fitz sort of sprinting your way, and with a 15, you are aware of where you're being pulled to. You can hear the trotting, like the galloping of more creatures, and rolling off of that 15 Arcana, which is essentially just enough for you to survive here, you can tell there's a few coming from all directions, one of them being directly ahead of you. And feeling where you're being pulled, you're able to sprint off into the woodlands toward where you at the very least believe might be something safer than what the fuck is about to happen here. In this moment, I'll ask you both to very quickly roll me one more athletics. I'll allow you both to do this flat.
Alright.
Oh.
For oh, you said acrobatics or no or
Athletics.
Athletics, yeah, no, it's one of those A's. That's an 8.
Okay. Fitz and Athriel. Fitz.
Yeah.
Fitz, I'll be honest. There's no way that you're not going to keep up with Athriel to some degree, but in this case, it's more a matter of taking damage as you do.
Ah, fuck.
Which is probably better than the alternative of being stuck with these creatures.
Fair.
More so, what I mean to say here is that Athriel, you are able. You know where you need to go. You take off.
Oh wait, no, I'm still rage, so
go ahead.
that's like I'm still in rage.
Yeah, you're still.
Okay, so all that like halves. Okay, cool. Right? Or
Yes.
okay, cool. Make sure I'm not taking full.
No, you're good. I'm not mad or anything.
No, I'm
They seem like it.
no, I'm not. It's just a matter of me double checking and chat reminding me to remember things.
You're good. I get it. Fitz, yeah, as you like sprint to kind of keep up with Athriel, he's graceful and beautiful and also charred, so it's kind of hard to see him out here in this dark woodland. Athriel, by the way,
Yeah.
literally from head to toe, you are just like covered in a black layer of crispiness in this moment.
So you could.
Like-
Just sort of like brushing it off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
It's like a
along, just like
marshmallow
that.
that got dropped in.
Athriel just went
Uh,
toasted.
Just
Just
and yeah,
sort of
well,
like-
Athriel, good.
Just sort of downing some of these health potions whenever I get the chance.
The moment that you down one of the health potions, you get back 25 HP. Uh,
70.
Fitz, you watch him like beautifully jump through and like gracefully weave. You are thwacking your knees against like downed branches and like boulders and whatnot. You are stumbling and falling to one side and sort of tipping over.
Yeah,
At
man.
one point, he just Athriel.
Yeah.
At one point, Fitz, trying to keep up with you, just fully kind of runs straight through a tree, and the tree doesn't survive the run. It's really a matter of we have to keep moving, and you just watch a pine tree go in his way. Fitz
Fuck
takes,
you,
like, 8
tree.
damage. Fitz, from this entire experience, this is halved damage, by the way.
Okay.
This is already halved, I mean to say. You
Okay.
take 16 damage total. As you keep up with Athriel. Athriel, I will say, by the way, as you feel yourself sort of pulled to a location, as y'all are running, by the way, you notice behind you at the very least, these things, you can still hear them like crunching through metal, trying to find someone or something to devour. The ones that were immediately chasing you have yet to notice that they haven't found you or your bodies. You're not sure that will last very long.
I am gonna go ahead and take one of these health potions.
Absolutely. You slow for a little bit, but you down a health potion, you get 25 health.
Sick.
I feel like it goes without saying that aside from any kind of like healthing back up, we're probably both just dashing.
You are both just absolutely dashing. And also, you're it's this moment of like, it's only been a few hours since you've left the town. It feels like it's been weeks.
Yeah.
It's this moment of like, we've been running for days. No, we haven't. It's like 45 minutes. What? No!
Jesus. Shit went sideways so fucking fast.
Honestly, the moment the very moment that like something, I really wish that I had rolled anything other than a 5 on that die. Those people. Those poor people. They wouldn't have even been there if they'd rolled a little higher. Idiots. If y'all had found yourselves in anything other than this airship, you'd probably be fine right now.
Yeah.
Well,
You both like heal to some degree. I assume y'all are aiming for like the fullest health you can, like all the health potions, or no?
not I don't want to down them all. You know, on the off chance, like, you know, some big motherfucker decides to
Yeah.
wipe the floor with me.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if
that's
y'all are
probably a
aiming to
good
get closer
idea.
to full health or not.
I mean, I'm already pretty close.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I guess Athriel's really the more person I'm questioning.
yeah.
here.
I mean, I just
maybe
want
I'll take like another one of them, but
To get up to like 100-ish.
yeah, that'll put me up to like 95.
Yeah, because like right now I'm at 88 right now, so I'm fine.
That's more what I mean, because it's like otherwise you're given the damage y'all just took, there is a question of how survivable the next situations are going to be.
Yeah, that do be the thing.
Still though, one thing I will say you notice, both of you, is as you guys are sort of sprinting through the woodlands, sort of making your little dash actions, there are some points where like you can see like at one point you cross through like the downstream of the same stream that y'all had been at the day before. It runs red with blood and it runs blue with sap. You imagine that the church was hit first. Given that you can see that blue sap from a tree that, you know, otherwise doesn't exist. It does at the very least give you... It more means that it seems like they ran straight for the church, expecting you both to be there.
Oh, okay.
The idea, like, y'all not heading that way seems like it was a good idea in this case. As you see, like, it runs, like, blue. There are some, like, branches floating downriver. looks like the whole place was, I mean, at the very least, the tree has been destroyed, which implies not great things for the walls that were there, of which there were not many. The bedroll. What about the bedroll?
No.
Oh no!
But Athriel, as you
Yes.
both sort of get out of at a point where you don't hear trotting behind you anymore, or like the wails of these creatures, so y'all have a moment to roll like insights to take a breather for a second, and to really figure out where or what you need to do.
Might I also say, I hate that you always describe it as trotting. There's just
What do you
something
mean?
about it that puts me off.
I mean, that's more what it is. They're not running on two legs. They're running on all fours on their knuckles and like sort of trotting toward you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they. That's what they are. They're creatures, not people.
I don't like them.
Well, tough. I'm gonna roll.
I think we need to just keep going. I think we need to just keep going.
That's fair. Well, I'm more asking, do you want to roll like insights, investigates, arcanas, anything to assist you in this moment? Anything that you guys are trying to or wanting to try and parse or figure out, or essentially like anything y'all want to try and figure out before you get there?
I mean, if there's some kind of argument for like a perception check,
Welcome. Yeah.
alright. Just to like... I guess to just kind of like scope out the danger, like the immediate danger of the
Yeah.
surrounding area. Not like a... You know, obviously there's a lot of danger right now.
Yeah,
Right,
actually, it feels
yeah.
pretty safe. No, I'm joking.
I think
On a nat 6.
I might
Shut
just,
up!
I might just roll like an investigation and just kind of check like the surroundings and just see if there's. I just see the surroundings, I suppose.
Yeah. You're welcome to do an investigate.
It's a 13 to 14.
Fitz with a 14. You know that your campsite was destroyed, definitely. It's more so because, like, again, looking downriver, it's like this fucked water seems like it's giving me some clues.
God, I should have just let those fucking assholes get eaten.
Life
Ah.
finds a way.
Life finds a way. Wow.
Fitz with a investigative 14 though, you recognize quite quickly, like looking through some stuff, like these woods are. It's very uncomfortable as you notice that like there's areas that definitely had trees here semi-recently. They look like they've been cleared out almost as if to make it easier for these creatures to run through and hunt in them. Like trees have been felled, they've been moved. There's areas in the ground that are like dips and like fresh soil where it's clear like a tree was uprooted. That's everywhere.
Okay, so essentially trying to, like a form of deforestation to try to pick us down.
Kind of. It's sort of like oh, these woods are too dense for like my horse to run through. So I'll remove some of the trees. I'll uproot them. I'll move that around so I can actually ride through here.
Horse, air quotes.
In this case, it's more like it's easier for them to hunt through this if it's less dense with foliage. Sort of makes it more fun for these creatures to hunt their prey. In this case, it seems recently done, almost as if they were expecting you guys to get here.
What the fuck?
Semi-recently done to the point of like maybe expecting someone to try and come after them or to come after this area. You don't feel eyes on you in this moment though. And Athriel, with a perception of 20, the dangers going forward, you can perceive quite a few. Ones that you don't like see or have any wind of are those animal things that were like the flesh creatures. You don't see any zombies or living armor. In fact, you see some dead living armor around. You see like crunched into the ground a little bit. Occasionally you pass by some like violet fungus that's been destroyed as well, almost as if again like it may be that this area was hit by somebody or something at some point recently, but it seems semi-safe in this moment. Going forward, especially toward this magic, you feel it sort of like ahead and a little bit under you a little bit, like in a sort of angle ahead of you. And you see the woods get denser as you keep going.
Okay, I feel like we need to go towards the dense woods, if that's leading us in the safe path.
It's leading you, yeah, definitely leading toward that pulling. It feels
Yeah.
denser.
Yeah. So yeah, like whatever will slow them down. I feel like.
Absolutely, yeah. And I will say, you both, you don't really, there's nothing to really roll here. These woods really do just show exactly what you both have been seeing for most of this. Of just, it's wooded, it's dark, it's, there's a few glimmers of light above. As you both sort of get back to your feet and get moving again, you both sprint sort of like going between a few trees that are pretty close together, and getting into these really dense portions where it's kind of hard for you to even move almost. It's as you get through there that you begin to hear the creatures try to make an approach. As if like then, it's sort of like a parent noticing, oh no, my kid's getting behind a place I can't get them. It's that moment where it's like a sudden rush of like, there was something watching, it was just outside of view. And the moment you guys get a little too deep, you see it sort of like clawing it, trying to reach in, and unable to. And you see 3 or 4 more come out of the blue of just trying to yank the tree out of the way, and slowly trying to get these trees away so they can get to the 2 of you. Leaving them behind you, you both can go into, sort of dashing once again, and quickly find yourselves approaching what feels, even to you, Fitz, intensely arcane. As you see ahead of you, you actually both notice the grass beneath you also starts to turn kind of a yellowy color, like it's not used to having sunlight. Looks strange. And the air here smells sort of like cavernous, like dank. As you both get closer and closer, you actually notice too, Athriel, the trees go from being proper like wooden trees to like petrified, like stone almost. Fitz, you recognize the trees quite well, because you saw them for almost a year of your life in the Sunless Lands. Ahead of you both, as you sort of push through what's left of these dense woods, sort of harder to push through because like it's truly stone that you are walking through. Sort of make a single final shove, and ahead of you, in the only clear point you've seen thus far, is a cave with dark, like black moss crawling on the outside of it. And deep within, you see the occasional glimmer of light and like a bit of orange, and the smell of decay reaches you as well. Athriel, you feel the pull thrumming in your chest, before finally dissipating as you get just close enough to feel like you are home. Ahead of you, you hear what sounds almost like a breathing in this yawning maw deep in the earth. Far below, you can see what looks like crystals and hear the grunts and gnashes of something moving. The occasional trickle of water, the tinkling noise of gems being moved, and the crunch of bones beneath something's feet. Perhaps many something's feet. As you find what may well be the source of corruption in the dark woods. I believe we're going to call that the end of our episode of Leviathan, Folly of Crime, Castaway.
Come on!
I'll be honest with you, if we do it right now, we're going to jump into a whole other combat order.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if we can.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I do need to work tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, you see something pitched and yawing within. You see shadows moving. But yeah, you both have reached. You've reached your destination. I hope that was fun.
That was fucking stressful, is what it was.
Little bit, yeah.
Thank you.
That was fun though. That was great.
Good. And yeah, the black moss, by the way, does look familiar.
Oh,
Looks
I
a lot
do
like
still have
those.
my second wind too.
Yeah. But yeah, you see like what looks like those violet fungus, but a sort of again like a moss crawling over everything, slowly moving out.
Somewhat an evolution of it. Ish.
Feels like the mycelium is definitely moving somewhere.
I don't like that. I don't feel
Weirdly,
like I don't feel like getting violated by tentacles again.
yeah, weirdly fits. It does seem like it really wants to crawl closer to you.
I am
No.
going to burn this fucking cave to the ground.
Well, it's trying to it tried to take you to dinner first, but you didn't want all that.
It's not my type.
You weren't eating what it was serving.
I'm sorry. I'm a different person now.
A different man now.
I found somebody.
Sorry. That was the most genuine laugh I've given on this. Just the fucking airy, barely there. You have reminded me to roll something, though.
Damn it! How'd you do that?
I'm sorry. God damn it.
Fuck! Why'd I have to save those assholes?
Why did you do things?
Right, it's lucky for us that we got saved. Now we can go for the other airship.
God!
Could you imagine?
If they're...
Thank God they took the decoy.
Swear to God, if that's the case, I don't care if I face public execution. I will fucking slit a throat.
Also, how dare you give me shit about the clarified spirits? You fucking send him to a brewery and then give me clarified spirits that could be used to make alcohol.
I was just, hey, look, this this game has multiple branching pathways. Occasionally,
Yeah.
you may find an item that can be used in 2 or more quests, and it is your choice to choose which quest you would use them for. Thank you for playing Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
I'm sorry, that wasn't that. The fact that I could have used the alcohol for ship fuel wasn't exactly apparent.
Obviously, it wasn't apparent. That's, sometimes sometimes it's not clear if you might want to save something.
You give me the
never know.
chance to make literally one-of-a-kind alcohol. How fucking dare you?
I truly just wanted that. In that moment, honestly, every luck roll for this ship. This is my good die. This is the one that gave, this has given you guys really good stuff in the past. This is like, oh, do we survive? Does Lucky Liam survive his first fall in Leviathan? Honestly, I was really rolling that day one, because if he hadn't, genuinely, Liam would be dead right now.
Oh my God, Liam would have
I
been
rolled a
dead.
nat 20. I rolled a nat 20 on this one. This same die is the one that made sure that Rune survived the fall from that great spire, and the same one that made sure that his hit on the adamantine dragon. The one that made sure Fitz came back from his death, and the one that made sure that both of you ended up together and not, say, Abigail's dead body ended up with him. This is the die that's been making you guys survive for so long, and it gave the ship 3 nat 1s and a 4.
That is...
Okay.
So I've been using a good die. Arguably, I called this die rigged before today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that you're fucking over the moon that we're like half dead going into this boss fight.
It's a 2. I'm not, by the way, because I was actually I don't want you guys to die.
Right.
That's a 12. That's fine. That would have been okay.
Well,
That's
the
a 12
question
again.
is there going to be some kind of chance for a short rest?
I tried
It's like an
that.
hour.
I was frantically thinking of ways to help, but I was like, oh god, I can't suggest much. The only thing I know is like Fitz is still raging. He can have like any non-magical
Ow.
physical
Yeah.
damage.
Wait, hey, Fitz.
Uh-huh.
Do you have, wait, don't you have, what's its tiny hut?
Yes. I do have tiny hut.
How long does that take to cast?
You guys have maybe not that long of like safety here. Long enough for like a short rest.
It takes a minute to cast,
So yeah.
and it lasts for 8 hours.
That thing is like fully impenetrable, so
That's fair.
You want to
that
just?
could honestly.
Neither of you cast Goodberry.
I don't have a good berry.
No.
Well,
I
that's
think
not
I'm,
good.
Like, the only,
What
I
that
think Arthur's
bitch.
the only one who can.
Yeah, and Arthur's out and fuck knows where. So,
He's with Thatch and the Bard.
yeah, Luke.
Yeah, honestly, I say going into next session, we just plop down a tiny hut, get in there. I mean, would these things keep going after us after like 8 hours? They get bored eventually, I'm sure.
I mean, with enough
it's-
determination from them.
It's not that these things are going after you per se in this exact moment, although you don't understanding corruption for
Yeah.
Fitz, I will say. I don't know if we're still streaming, we're probably not.
We
but-
are still streaming
Okay,
actually.
great.
Ah.
Perfect. I can explain some of this for you guys. Fitz, your understanding of corruption is that when it comes to creatures that are corrupted, they sort of are one track. Like, I must, like, if they start on a task, I must finish the task. Once they finish the task, they move on to the next and the next and the next. They're not going to probably give up until they either figure out, like, where you guys have gone, what has happened, or at the very least get some sort of sustenance, we'll call it. More so, though, you guys are at the source of whatever this evil is. You are safe from what was chasing you, you're not safe from what's here. And now that you've gotten
Right.
this close, Athriel, it knows where you are. You
But
do
we
feel
have a
like
tiny
home,
hut.
but you have tiny hut. It's more a
Yeah.
matter of it's also more a matter of just what these creatures will do in the time, considering that they have already attacked the village. Although it's more a matter of if you actually care about the village in this moment.
I mean, maybe a
Kinda
little bit. They
do.
are making the booze, and you know they
You
are
need to rescue the
innocents.
booze.
I mean, they are innocent, so
Quote unquote innocent, and also, you know,
mostly innocent.
I am incredibly innocent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Shut
you
up.
and I are gonna have a fucking talking to.
Yeah. Also, I'm rolling
I'm
you
sorry,
guys
is this-
something.
Are you guys talking about the village that currently has Fitz's boo thing hanging out there?
I mean,
have a
that's
question
what
for
I've
you
been
both.
thinking. What's up?
Okay, I was concerned. I was gonna be like, Fitz, what the fuck, man?
I mean, we're-
So,
We're not considering like just offering them up.
I kind of
That's not
can't
what
unless
we're
I can, unless I can save Maribel,
Would
and then
you-
you know.
you might be able to. Well, that's another question I was going to ask. More so, I've rolled something on a die.
Mhm.
Would you like to find out what I've just rolled for, or what I've rolled now, or do you want to find out at the start of next session?
Next session.
Next session, because if I find out and it's bad, I'm gonna be pissed for the rest of the week.
But just so you both know, I'll actually say before the end of this, you Fitz, you're able to cast Tiny Hut, and I'll actually say y'all can just take a long rest here.
Oh, sick. So just
Wahoo!
Back up to full?
That would be up to full, yeah.
okay. Fuck yeah.
Everything's reset. Yeah, you got everything back. If you
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot I had hit points. Well, I don't have those anymore. Oops. Those hit points are totally gone now. We disregarded those. Oops.
I will.
I love how
Go
many
ahead.
times Athriel has been set on fire.
Athriel gets set on fire a lot. I will be entirely honest.
It's a good thing he doesn't really feel pain, though.
I will say one thing. You both not getting hit by anything in that first little combat round
Mm-hmm.
fucked up a lot of things in like 5 seconds.
Okay, but like, how fucking cool is it that I just tossed the firebomb and instantly fucking bitched him
Just-
down to half health?
It was awesome.
And then I just rock up and go, like in a
You
fucking like
just-
anime, so like fling, fling, fling.
You know, you straight
So
up just fucking decked his ass and just went
This
boof.
thing. I shouldn't have given y'all a surprise now that I think about it, but I wanted to because it's fun.
Exactly. Yeah, no, dude, you. I mean,
But-
thanks, but
In that moment, that creature, if it had hit you once,
do
God
tell.
damn it.
Do tell.
no, because you're gonna fight. It's not the only one.
You know, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? We'll fight.
Yeah.
Shambling flesh continues to shamble.
Mm.
As will be on the Fitz branded T-shirt. Keep on shambling.
So we're gonna have so much.
Come on,
We're gonna have some good merch ideas here.
I'll
We'll
give you a die with a single autograph on it on one side.
We'll have to do a "Do you like it" one.
You like it?
You like
Do you
it?
like it?
That was the funniest moment in my.
I
Easily.
need a "Do you like it" keychain.
Oh my god.
Do you like it?
Do you like it?
No, I'm Tefnok and he's Arturos.
That whole exchange,
Oh.
and then it just went
It was so
dead quiet for
awkwardly
5
hilarious.
seconds. Do you like it?
The fucking dead quiet broken by this polite Canadian voice
Do you like
broke
it?
me.
Just
It was-
I
Fucking ridiculous is what it was.
it was amazing, and that was easily some of the best content that's been produced for this.
Oh, Ian.
Yeah.
I was wanting to do a lasers and feelings like Saturday night.
On Saturday, maybe.
It'd be after I get home from work, so around like 10:30 or 11 or so.
You're off Saturday, right? Ian?
I mean, yeah, but it's just a matter of like if I'm deciding to stream.
Ian, can you
Yeah.
look into your
E-
inventory?
either
Do you
way.
have some from a flask?
In my inventory, I don't have a flask per se. I don't think I have a flask. I have
Like
rations, but
it's like a potion of
Oh,
whatever
okay,
that
I'm gonna-
wasn't like like the healing potion you got.
oh yeah, that's not like my inventory. I wrote that down in my journal.
I
Okay, because
was-
I'm trying to think. It's like, okay, wait. Did Abigail at some point give you a flask and not get it back at some point?
Okay, I'm
I
actually
don't.
in
I
the
don't
state
think
right
you-
now that I'm gonna give one of my blade rubs to Fitz, because that's probably pretty important.
Okay, sure. I now have the ability to lube
Wait,
sword.
does Fitz have a sword?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Hey Ian,
Yeah, what's up?
can you roll me a d20, not knowing what it's for, real quick?
I hate you so fucking much, but sure. If I okay, that one doesn't count. That didn't.
Roll
That
D20.
Fucking-
attack.
Fucking dexterity saves are the bane
I don't
of
want
my
to tell you what I
goddamn
rolled. I don't want to
existence.
tell you what I rolled.
So the nat one.
Yeah, yeah. God damn it, I'm scared.
Cut the stream off. Stop giving him airtime.
Oh my god.
When you go to apply your weapon, before
Good night, everybody.
you
Let's see what
realize
happens
you're out.
next.
Yeah, I hate. We're gonna just. I hate that so fucking much. I will fucking end stream though.
Bye, stream.
Bye
Bye,
everybody.
stream.
See you
Hope you had
all.
See you
fun.
next Tuesday.
Yay, Tuesday. Woo.
Boycott this man. This handsome man right here, whose face you can see. Not Ian, the other man.
This cutesy little scoundrel.
Alright, bye. See you at some point.
Bye. See you at sundown.